I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Guild of Icons Nordmark, which I'm probably going to start just renaming and dropping the Guild of Icons side of things, because I don't like them. I don't want that name associated with this game.
It's your birthday, you can do as you like.
God damn it. Welcome in, everyone. We are continuing on from part 1 of The Lord of Rotten Ruin. If you've not seen part 1, go and watch that. And stop reading the description to this video where I've put in spoiler. So we're gonna pretty much bash on straight away, actually, and start literally. I think we're actually gonna kick off midway through the long rest that you're currently taking. And what I'm going to ask the players to do is tell me how they process, you know, whether there's a ritual they do, whether there's something, you know, some way they handle the fact that Sal's dead, baby. I think I'll start with Tattle.
Okay, so Tattle, obviously she feels very responsible because she was on watch duty and failed to spot the oncoming Sturges. So I think, basically, after writing all her missives back to the druids and the sort of criminal network she's part of, she's basically just sort of found some sort of druidy herbs, and she's been sort of not sober.
Super high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Now, you might think she's acting drunk, but she's more sort of acting like she's on cocaine.
Oh, right. Okay. When you said druidy herbs, I assumed weed, not just... Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yep, this is not a very healthy coping mechanism.
Let's go get that Lord of Rod and Ruin. Let's go. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, yeah. How about Vanston?
So, I don't know what religion Sal was. So, I guess I'm going to probably perform the rites of the dead according to the Praetorian religion.
Okay.
And when that's done, I guess, probably try and gather up his, papers and notes and stuff. So what's the situation with the body of Sal also? Is it missing? What do I
it's dissolved into paper. You can, and I'm gonna say only you can make me an Arcana check.
Let's do that.
I'm going to say, though, the DC is extremely high, but that's why I think you're the only one possible who has a chance to succeed.
Brain, so I may be able to make this. Arcana 23.
23. Is that high enough? I'm just double checking. Okay, no, it's not high enough, I'm afraid.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's a very, very, very obscure thing that happened. Not something that you'd see in general, even just practicing even high-level magic. But you certainly don't really... you know this isn't normal.
It doesn't look normal.
So you maybe with some research you can find out more.
I think this might be a future research topic. A downtime research topic. Unless you mean I can figure out more just from the evidence that's here, but that doesn't sound like it's plausible.
No, it's not something you can probably work out in a short amount of time. You're going to have to put some pieces together, do some. That's fine. More
in that
research,
case, I will.
Yeah.
I'll just collect up the effects because I'm going to need to transport this stuff back to the library.
Yep, that makes sense. So you collect it all up, and obviously you've made a little... I guess the Praetorian, or Praetorian? That's, way of... Yeah, I know, it's my own fault. I shouldn't... The Preteritan burial system. Preteritus is all about books. You know what? I think they probably care less for burial or the stuff around that, and more for preserving the memory of someone, so writing about them and that sort of thing.
That's
so I
totally
feel, I feel like they'd probably either cremate or just bury it, but really the focus on it, it's not so much a ceremonial burial, it's, get rid of the body is no longer there, but the legend should live on through writing. So yeah, it's probably fairly functional.
That makes sense. Cool.
And over to Tattle. No, Amity. I can't. I read the word tattle as Tattle. What are you doing again? No, over to Amity. Amity, how are you processing this?
Getting twice as high.
Just nose bleeding.
Amity is currently feeling incredibly guilty for having given serious thoughts to the idea that Sal could may really have been the Lord of Rotten Ruin, like in disguise.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, at the moment they are the quietest and most somber that anybody in like the entirety of Airedale has ever seen them. So,
okay, so still loud.
That's fair.
Base level still quite loud, but less.
Sat by the fire, just being in thought a lot more than usual.
That makes sense. And of
You're
course,
feel it too as well quite a bit. Just keep everyone's mind off it.
Yeah.
Aside from the rituals that the cleric's doing.
Yeah. So after 7 days, you feel well rested enough and recovered enough to press on. So I'll return us to the world map, which hopefully has remembered where we were. It should have. I think it will have, and we'll press on. Right. Let's zoom us all in. Right. Actually, I think you were one further south. There we go. Okay. So you're 2 hexes away. You are in the swamps now, and the swamps it's slow going. It's 6 tokens to move into a swamp tile, but you can go fast pace, which would be 12 tokens a day if you want to get there today, or you can, although you might have a river crossing, which will slow you down 1 more, or you can stealth around and avoid detection. How are we all feeling?
I believe the plan was to stealth, if we're all feeling still up to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think stealth's the way to go because we're right on the doorstep.
Yeah,
probably up to, I guess.
That sounds good. So you'll get 6 tokens, basically. And it's going to cost, if you cross a river, it's going to cost 7 tokens. But if you're going with the river, so if you go down, for example, to this one here. Also, by the way, I was this old, like it was in Keith's game on Monday, that I worked out if you right click, it does the little laser pointer thing. I've used this for years. Anyway, so yeah, if you go to this one, it'll be 6 tokens because you're kind of following the river. And I'll let you get over this bit for free because that seems fine. Like it's just part of the navigation. It's not a particularly big river. This one, though, it will be a river crossing to get over. So your choice. You can get there today or there tomorrow.
I'm happy with tomorrow. Question.
Mm-hmm.
With Sal having been dead and Sal having probably have had a number of rations, would we be able to say that the farmers that are with us, Frederick and whatever the other one was,
Fred and Cass, yep,
are effectively fed for the meanwhile and foraging is less needed?
Yep, you can do that. I think Sal probably had 10 days rations. Usually that's the case. So I think, you can assume Fred and Cass are sorted for now.
Yeah, excellent. Okay.
Okay.
Stealth onwards.
So which way we're going? Is it southwest we're going? Just to check.
Yeah, which one do you want to go to?
Where are we?
You are here. Where,
there we are. Yeah, I see.
and you can go. This one you can go tomorrow, or this one you can go today.
I think the plan was south east to follow the river, was it? Or I mean, I'm happy for either way, but
I think we should not cross the river. I think that seems unnecessary at this point.
I mean, we have to cross
Yeah.
the river eventually anyway, so it's
Oh,
now or later.
I'd
We
say
don't.
you don't have to cross this one.
Oh, that one. Okay,
Because
then,
it's
yeah,
quite,
avoid
it's
it.
intended to be
Avoid
quite a
it.
small tributary, which I'll allow. Because you're in a swamp anyway, you're slowed down by water regardless. This is it's not something where you need to properly ford. I think it would be not that different from a swamp crossing it.
Then, yeah, what the other said. That way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll move you over. And let me just bring up my notes. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that to you.
Oh no.
I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to you. I did have quite a hefty and evil encounter planned for this hex, but I'm not going to do that to you because you're down one person. But it was evil. I want you to know that. But instead, we're going to have a lovely nighttime rest. I guess I would like watches from people. You know, who's keeping watch. You haven't got Sal taking 2 watches anymore, so you're gonna have to decide: is someone not sleeping tonight, or is someone, or are you having a longer rest? I guess you can always rest for like 14 hours or whatever, so that you can continue swapping over. But how's this going to work?
I forgot how many watches there are.
Normally there are 4 watches, because when there's an 8-hour long rest, you can spend 6 hours of it asleep, 2 hours of it you can have awake, and doing
Can
things
we
like
set a
keeping.
farmer on one, or is that suicidal?
That's fine. You can set a farmer on one. I mean, I will tell you now, you would know this. They have a passive perception of 10.
Okay.
Sorry, a perception of 0, a +0 perception, because you don't do passive for watches. Or at least I don't. Some people do.
If we set both farmers on one, do they both get to roll effectively?
I'd allow that. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Cool. Does that sound like a reasonable plan?
It does.
Yeah. 0 modifier at advantages isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's effectively a +5, which is pretty good. I think, well, it might be +3 or +4 roughly at that point, but it's still good. It's still way better than +0. Okay, so who's taking first watch?
I will take first
Castle.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we all
Jono.
just dip out?
Yes.
I'll roll it. I'm good.
Okay, and second watch?
I guess Tassel will cover that one.
Okay, I'll take the third one.
Okay. And that leaves Fred and Cass on the fourth watch. Okay. So, nothing happens first watch. Nothing happens second watch. Okay. Something happens on the third watch. Can I get a perception roll, please, from Vanston?
Oh yeah,
I mean, this is what you're made for, so...
this is my shit.
This is it. I'm going to go back to the classic map.
29. Sorry, I just double check that.
What?
I see everything.
Was that
Okay,
natural
More
20?
than that 20, yes.
that's excellent. So position yourselves where you want to be. Amity and Tattle, you're probably sleeping in tents. Vanson, you can be set up keeping watch wherever you want. You definitely see what's arriving before it arrives. In fact, I'm going to say with a 29, that's high enough, I think, that you see it before we have to roll initiative. So you are able, if you're either stealthily to wake one person or to shout and wake everyone. Your call on that.
I will decide when I see it.
Okay. So what you see, it'll say celestial. That is not the case. What you see are, I'm just going to add them onto my little tracker. Okay. They are tiny, so they are going to be like that. 2 heads. I think they're going to come from different ways. 2 heads. I will put them a bit further back because you had quite a lot of sight on them. And they're human heads, but kind of, they look a little fiendish. You know, not like a human head that's kind of gone a bit fiendish. There's little sort of horns coming out the top and that sort of thing. And their ears are massive skin wings.
Classic D&D monster right here.
Massive, yeah. I'm just going to give them a number each.
And are they doing anything?
They're approaching, for sure.
They're approaching.
Yeah,
sure.
they've...
I'm gonna shout everyone up then.
You're going to shout everyone up. Okay, so let's roll initiative. I'm going to say that Amity and Tattle, you have enough time to not be surprised. So you won't be surprised, because with a 29, there was so much time that you got over your surprise before they got here, basically. And I will roll initiative for what are... I'm not gonna... Does anyone know the name of this? I know, obviously, because I'm looking at the stat block.
I know what the monster is, I just don't know anything off the stat block.
V something.
You're quite right, it is V something. It is a Varguil.
In that case, I knew it was his, but I couldn't pronounce it.
I double-checked the pronunciation. Thank you. I believe Marisha Ray was the one pronouncing this one.
I've always thought it was Varguile.
Yeah, I had no idea how to pronounce it either. That's why one thing that D&D Beyond does that 5e Tools has scraped is gotten Matt Mercer and Marisha Ray to pronounce every D&D monster.
Amazing.
It's extremely useful.
Yeah, definitely. They've rolled fairly well on initiative. Right, let's add everyone to the initiative tracker.
I'll put mine in.
Initiative tracker. How do I enter it? Oh yeah, just enter it.
Yeah.
Wink.
All I've got to do is add these buggers on. One of them's called 2 and one of them's called 21 because I can't fucking type, apparently. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's make them a bit more visible. Right, so we've got 1 and 2. So 1 rolled an 18 and the other rolled a 13. Okay, Tattle, you are going to be up first.
Okay, so I'm going to pop out of my tent. I'm presuming I can see this one here.
Yeah, I think Vanston would have been able to point it out to you. Just go like, there.
Okay. So would I know anything about what these are?
Would you know what this is? No, they are not native to the material plane.
I was going to ask a similar thing, actually, but I'll do it on my turn.
Okay, would I at the very least be able to tell it's fiendish in nature? You know, tiefling and all?
Yeah, also, this it's a head with wings. This ain't normal.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not normal.
Most creatures with wings also have heads. It tracks.
It's not normal. Also, if you've ever seen these in the Monster Manual, they look, for some reason, like Silicon Valley tech bros. Like the 2 examples. They look like they were previously wearing polo shirts, 10 minutes ago. They are fiends, true.
Wow. Okay. This is meta knowledge, but they couldn't be Silicon Valley tech bros because they're by nature created with a kiss.
Not in this one anymore.
Oh, okay.
But this is one of the ones that got updated in NPMM to remove a lot of the stuff related to specific words. So, what's the plan, Tattle?
Okay. Well, I think she's just gonna see it, think, yep. Yeah, I'm really not about this. I'm wired. I'm mourning a friend. And quite frankly, these flying heads look like they're mocking my appearance. So she's just going to reach down, grab some stones that are sort of, just sort of some stones that just sort of embedded in the earth. She's just going to grab 3 of them. That's magic stone. She's going to mutter something. And she's just going to definitely toss one into her from her left hand to her right and throw it.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 hits. Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Magic stone damage. What was that again? 1d6 plus spell casting. Ooh. That's 11 points of damage. Bludgeoning, for that matters.
Dang.
11 points of damage is amazing. Yeah, really nice. And it doesn't. No, it doesn't. In that case, yeah, that's a bloodied Varguil. It is still up, but that's really good.
Yeah. And she just sort of makes eye contact with it.
Yeah. Okay.
It just glares, and her eyes are fairly bloodshot at this point.
That must be quite a horrifying thing. It is Varguil 1's go. 5, 10. It flutters in, looks at you all, and then shrieks. And it's this really piercing, high-pitched shriek. Each humanoid and beast within 30 feet of the Varguil and able to hear it, which is all of you. I believe all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, even Cass, just. I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw, please. Yeah, it is Cass as well.
22.
You're fine. Good lord. You're
18.
also immune for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you're immune, by the way, to the stunning shriek of all Varguils.
That is a 13 because I've flubbed.
Oh, no.
You're also fine. All three of you are immune to the Varguil's curse, which is fantastic, because that's the thing that I was talking about yesterday that will guarantee kill a player.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Literally turns you into another Varguil.
Yeah, it takes a few more steps, but yeah, basically. However, Cass and Fred,
Oh no.
they both failed.
Oh, piss.
They have +0 to wisdom saving throws, unfortunately. So they are stunned, rooted to the ground, and frightened as well. So yeah, they're going to be stuck there. We will then go over to Fred, who's stunned, can't do anything. They are incapacitated, basically. And now we go to Amity.
Well, as therapeutic things go, this isn't the worst, but he's hat fighting. Hear the scream. I'm going to grab both of my short swords and run out to it.
Oh yeah, and as mentioned, presumably Tatla and Amity are not in armor at the moment. Vanston is.
Yep. So I swing.
Yep. Go ahead. This one's blood. You may kill it.
I have skipped all the way over my attack bonus because I can't remember what it is. It has been a while. +4. That's a 10.
10 does not hit, I'm afraid. That's a miss. They're flapping around. They were like, and yeah, hard to get a beat on. It's a weird
bonus
noise.
action attack.
Yep,
That's 21.
that hits definitely.
Excellent. For 3 piercing.
Okay, 3 piercing. I mean, it's not looking great at all. It is still up. It's not looking great though. Yeah, not looking great at all.
Angry swinging is not good swinging.
Yeah, angry. We go over to Vanston.
Oh, I know I'm relying on this a lot, but I think I'm going to Sacred Flame one of them.
Yeah.
Is the second one in range? Would be able to move a couple of squares.
What's the range of Sacred Flame?
I can't remember. Oh, 60 feet.
Oh yeah, it's well within
Right.
60 feet.
Totally. Right, yeah. I'm just going to blast it then, so it needs to make a dex save. Again.
Okay. Dex save.
DC 14.
That's a natural 1.
Well, it'll be taking 4 radiant.
4 radiant damage. Okay. All right. It takes 4 radiant damage. And it is actually... Well, unless you... Sorry, you probably still got other things on your turn.
That's my turn, I think.
Okay, sounds good. It's its go. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And it is going to use its Abyssal Curse on Cass.
Is that good?
This is the thing. This is the bit that guarantee kills a character. Oh, and a failed save.
Spawns another enemy.
So, Cass is now cursed. Because of the travel rules, I am delaying the curse a little bit. Well, not slowing it down, because it normally triggers every hour, and that's not going to work with the way we're traveling. Yeah, I'll tell you what happens. Why not? I'll tell you what happens. It loses 1 point of charisma each hour, and its head starts to take on fiendish aspects. When the target's charisma becomes 2, it dies, and its head tears from its body and becomes a new Varguil. Good luck, everyone. Anyway, that's its go. Deals no damage. Over to Cass. Cass is freaking out, right? But is actually stunned. So can't do anything about it. But it, like, the main condition is frightened, the sub condition is stunned, but it's just like locked in fear. Over to Tattle.
Okay. Tassel is going to throw an... actually, no, because Amity's dealing with that one. I think she's going to run over here. Does she have a clean shot at it from here?
I reckon half cover, probably. So it's going to have +2 to AC. Because of the tent flaps and all that.
Okay, in that case, I think she's going to run in.
Okay, you will take an attack of opportunity from the Varguil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, Tattle would know that, so if you don't want to,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just count some squares. Where'd I start? That was where I was starting.
Yeah, you started there.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's feeling guilty, so she's probably just going to take the risk of the opportunity attack and just run for it.
Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. I need more D6s.
Eh?
It's not got sneak attack, but it's like it's got sneak attack.
Come on.
Oh, it's alright, I've rolled pretty low. So you take 4 piercing damage.
Yep,
Plus
4 piercing.
7 poison damage.
Jesus.
As it bites you on the way past.
Okay, yeah, I'm in trouble here.
Yeah, they're scary. You still got your action, though.
Okay, well, I'm going to hit it with my schemata.
Okay.
Which, ironically, is still the same, as my, well, slightly less damage than my magic stone, but still the same to hit, so... Oh. I'm going to assume a 7 doesn't hit, though.
I'm afraid not. That bite's probably just thrown you off. And, you know, you're trying to have a sword fight in a tent. It's not the easiest thing. We go over to Varguil number 1, who technically can recharge the Stunning Shriek, but there's no point because, like, it doesn't recharge. Is going to give Amity the bite. Goes straight in with its fangs. That is a 21 to hit. I should add, it hasn't got a ridiculous plus to hit like the Sturges. I'm just rolling really fucking high.
Yeah, I'd say that hits.
Okay, so 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 9 points of poison damage.
Ooh. 6 plus 9. 15.
15, yeah.
Ow!
Yeah. I know, right?
That's not good.
It's not happy with you. We go over then to Fred. Fred is no longer stunned. Or frightened, and is like, jeez, what is it? Get it, like grabs. Fred's grabbing the bedding that Fred's using. So it's the bedroll, and he's gonna throw it over the Varguil like a net. I'm gonna treat this as a net attack with disadvantage because it's not actually a net. Go on, Fred.
It's original. I'll go with that.
Oh my days. Well, that's an 18. Natural 20 and an 18. Yeah. So the wheel gets covered by this bedroll and drops to the ground. It is restrained now until it manages to break out, which means attacks against it have advantage and its attacks have disadvantage. Good work, Fred. Over to Amity.
Stabby.
Oh, yes.
Right in its stupid face. I think that misses because it's like a 9.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, no, that misses.
Okay, so I'll just do it again and hit it without adding my modifier.
Yeah.
That's better. That's a natural 17, so like 21 again.
Yeah, that's great. Roll damage.
4.
That's exactly what you needed.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you launch forward and you like shish kebab the
Right through the eye.
Varguil right through the eye. It is dead. Yeah, very, very nice. Anything else before I go over to Vanson?
Move over just in case Tattle needs help. So
Okay.
where I can see.
Nice.
And then
Over to Vanson.
Through the tent.
Cool. I'm gonna run up to where 2 is and mace it in its restrained state.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So roll with advantage.
So it's the advantage is reroll.
Yeah, so roll twice, take highest, basically.
Oh, right, okay, it's normal advantage. Okay, so not great rolls. That's an 11.
An 11 won't hit, I'm afraid.
Fine.
It's going to be its go. It's going to try and bite Tattle again. Disadvantage because it's restrained. You know what? No, it's in a bedroll. It can't physically bite through that. It's going to try and break out of the net instead, which is going to be a pretty shit strength check, honestly. Which it has done. It has actually managed to get out.
Okay. Strong jaws.
Yeah, I rolled an 18. It's got -2. I thought this isn't going to happen. But yeah, nets are, I think, DC 15. They might even be less than that. But yeah, we go over to Cass, who is also no longer frightened, and is going to try punching it.
get it, Cass.
Cass has not punched it.
Is Cass flanking it?
Yeah, Cass and Vanson, you're providing flanking. That's a good point. It wouldn't have affected you, Vanson, because you had advantage already. But I'll reroll for Cass. Okay, that does hit. God damn it. So that's going to deal 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Okay. And so we continue. Over to Tattle.
Okay. Does Tattle have a flank?
Not where you are, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so I think...
You could go one right to get a flank from Vanson.
Oh, yeah.
Does that work? Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm a little more liberal with what counts as flanking compared to the raw rules.
for the consequence of having two enemies next to each other, you don't get flanking.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, as Cass punches it, I'm gonna say Tassel's gonna, as it's sort of reeling from the punch, Tassel's gonna swing in with her schemata again.
Okay.
So with advantage, I get to roll 2 d20s at once, which is nice. Lovely feeling in my hand. Okay, this is better. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Schemata go. That's 6 points of slashing damage.
6 points of slashing. Very nice. Okay, it is now bloodied. Getting there. Getting there. Just a few more bites from it, I'm sure. We go over to Fred, who screams and is running out of the tent.
Wait for the best. It means he won't get cursed.
He can't be anymore now. He's not frightened. That's the point. I need to roll to see if the Varguil has got that ability again. No. Okay. But yeah, over to Amity.
As I move in, I'm gonna call back to the running Fred. Stay by the fire, it's safe there. And then, sounding more irritated than they would normally. Not because they actually are irritated, just because, we're in a bit of a mood at the moment. And then I'm gonna swing.
Okay, nice.
Oh, that's good. 18.
18 hits. Yep. Raw damage.
What's my plus? That's 4 piercing.
Very nice.
And again, bonus action.
Yep. It's good because
does a 14.
Yep, 14 hits.
In which case, 3 piercing.
That's again exactly what you needed.
I'm really good at that somehow.
Yeah, they both. That's it. They're both done. So you've skewered. You've probably still got the other one still on the sword, and that's like there we go.
One on each.
Yeah. And yeah, it drops to the ground. So I'm going to give you your XP now because I always forget otherwise. You gain not much actually. 400 experience points divided between annoyingly the three of you. So 133 each. Yeah. They're dead on the ground.
Awesome. I dumped their heads in the fire.
Okay, they don't seem to burn very well.
Trudge back to my tent.
Okay. As being fiends, they are resistant to fire damage.
Yes.
Well, how's Tassel or Amity supposed to know that?
Well, you just found out, is what I mean. Like, there you go. Remember that for when I sick 9 of them on you later.
I mean, Amity definitively remembered their own fire resistance in the last session. Kill some Sturges with it.
That's true. So yeah, you're able to get back to resting. I will just see if anything happens when Fred and Cass are keeping watch. No, you're good. And we will return to the world map. When you wake up, you do.
Question.
Oh, yep.
I'm assuming my health stays reduced after that.
About this, yeah.
You do get the full benefits of a short rest.
So
you can roll hit dice. You can roll hit dice, yeah.
Which is, I will
that's
do
no
that.
problem. So Cass is looking a bit weird. A little like nubs of horn are appearing on their heads, and they're not. Again, Cass is just not feeling too good.
Don't know.
Occasionally swearing and stuff like that at you. Just like feeling a little irate and like a little out of sorts. It's not good.
Can I attempt to determine what is going on? I'm going to assume I don't know all about Varguil curses and stuff immediately, right? Without a roll.
Yeah, not without a roll, but you can definitely make a roll to determine what's going on. For this, I will take. Hang on, I've just alt tabbed out of everything. Let me just come back. I don't know what the OBS is looking like right now. Oh, fine. Yeah, so what you can roll for this, I'm just trying to think, is this a religion check at this point with fiends?
I would like it to be religion, but I can offer Arcana instead.
I think I'll take religion on this, I think this sounds religion-y. Yeah.
Well, 16. I don't know what that goes to you.
16's good. I think for this I usually take 10 plus the CR of these things, and they're just CR1 creatures, despite having the ability to kill you. like it's ridiculous.
This system, goddamn.
Yeah. So, you know that I think you'll get a fair bit. Let me just get a bit more info up. So you know that Varguils are native to the Abyss. Oh. They are basically no one in the Abyss cares about them because they can't affect anything other than beasts and humanoids, and there aren't beasts and humanoids in the Abyss much, or at least there aren't sapient beasts and humanoids in there for the most part. Most the demons and fiends, they can't be affected. Sure. So they don't get to eat much live prey other than vermin. So they're constantly trying to escape the Abyss and enter the material plane, where they start to spread like a plague. And yeah, this is, and I'm cautious using the words plague, because that does put people in the mind of a disease. This is not a disease. This is a curse. You do know it is slowed down by daylight, and that you can remove it using a cast of Remove Curse or Greater Restoration or something like that.
Okay. So we will have to get him... Actually, God, can we even get that in town?
You will struggle to find that, but you've got maybe a day or a day and a half.
That's not long, is what I'm thinking.
It would be higher if commoners had a charisma score above 10. It would be lower if this was imp.
Sure.
Imp wouldn't last till the end of the day.
Imp wouldn't have lasted the night. Like, yeah. So
I'm going to explain all this to the group, I guess, out of earshot of Cass, so we can try and figure out what to do here.
Out of earshot of Fred?
Travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot check.
If we travelled fast, could we get to the Dryad or maybe the Shrine to Fontaine?
If you travel fast, can you get to the Dryad? Will be a while away because you've got both swamp to get over and forest to the Dryad. To the Shrine of Fontaine, it'll be a little closer. You've got one tile of hills. No, you got what? Three tiles of hills to get there. Hills are a cost of 4 tokens. You can get there with a fast pace. No, wait, 4 4s are 16. Why do I keep doing this? You can get there in 2 days with a fast pace. You may have to try and think of some other solution to this.
Okay.
Like
I
a
mean,
shovel.
There's always this so-called Lord of Loss and Ruin.
Indeed, there is something that appears to be in charge of plagues of some kind. I mean, as far as you know, this could be this could just be a manifestation of, for example, the alabaster god Morian, who is in charge of life and death, you know? And Morian can be reasoned with and or punched.
Yeah, reasoned with my eye.
Don't see the way options here.
I think Tassel, because she's already got a massive backlog of guilt, she is probably going to, at the very least, try and pray to Petrichor for help.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, I've got divine intervention points that I keep forgetting about.
Yep.
You do have divine intervention points. Yeah.
Good point. Well, let Tattle do her thing first.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess to pray to Petrichor's obviously the god of I forget the exact wording, but she's sort of basically everywhere, which is Tassel's sort of invocation of her druidic magic is actually quite informal. In fact, when she says magic stone, cast magic stone, what she's muttering is literally just something like, "Hey Petrichor, little help please." and stuff like that.
Yep, fair enough. Yeah, so Petrichor's the god of winds and currents in general, and you kind of feel their presence throughout the wind around you, you know? You can sometimes hear it on the wind, you can feel it in rivers and that sort of thing. And if you're looking at the map, you do happen to be in a swamp surrounded by rivers. So it's perfectly possible to commune with Petrichor here. This is not going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yep, I'm going to say she just sort of sticks her finger in maybe a slow running stream of water and just sort of focuses and just thinks, please help, please help, please help, please help. If you can help, please help.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to decide how devout you've been to Petrichor lately. When was the last time you made an offering to Petrichor? Have you done anything for Petrichor?
She made an offering of immense dignity.
When was the last time what Petrichor wanted has come into Tattle's head as a motivation for Tattle?
She intervened. She basically intervened because she was sort of upset the goblins were attacking the cows when she could have been a bit more pragmatic about it.
Yeah.
Although she's basically got the whole respect for nature thing going.
Yeah, not really a god of nature or cows, unfortunately. So I'm going to say I'm going to roll this. I'm going to tell you your odds are you need a nat 20.
Right.
That is a 2. I'm afraid your prayers are not answered in this case. There's a sort of distaste on the wind, as if a little annoyed at your impudence to... After, giving you magical powers like this, it should have been enough, really.
Okay.
Bring more offerings next time, basically. Vanston, you were going to try something.
I've got Favour of the Gods, and I keep forgetting what it does.
So you have a Favour of the Gods. Now, what that is it's a kind of token of give me some divine intervention. I determine what the divine intervention is. And for something as hefty as removing a curse, it can be quite a lot, and I might need to take more than one of your tokens. But I do know you have more than one.
I have 3.
You have 3?
Yeah.
And you have been doing a lot of religious services, so you would be in with Praetoritus a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Praetoritus is kind of the Arcana domain, and you are an Arcana domain cleric, and curses really are Arcana. It is all lining up, isn't it?
No, if removing the curse entirely, it feels like too much. I will take slowing it way down until we can get him, back to town or back to someone.
I'm going to roll.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a choice how many d20s I roll. You can have one per divine intervention token that you've got, but it will spend that token.
Okay, yeah.
So you can have up to 3. I'm going to say for you, the DC is a little better. You don't need a nat 20. I'm going to say you need a 15 or higher.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 of those tokens.
2 of those tokens. Okay. Well, I said you didn't need a nat 20 and you got one.
Okay. That would have been so useful a moment ago.
Yeah. So the way to commune with Praetoritus is usually through reading or writing. And how do you think you do this?
I think I would pull out my sort of quill and ink and all my writing material, and literally just automatic writing, basically, right? You just pull up the parchment in front of you and you just start scribbling until the words sort of form on the page.
Okay, that sounds good to me. I'm just going to double check something. Yes, I thought so. Okay, so you're writing and you're almost like eyes closed, quill down. And you hear a faint voice in your head, just as you're writing, go, No, like this. Left, right, there we go. And it's Sal's voice.
Okay.
And I want to stress, he's not Preteritus. We actually have a confirmed voice for Preteritus. It's not Sal.
It's
but Sal, you get the feeling Sal's spirit may be helping here, because Sal was a scribe's wizard. And you realize why Sal might have been able to help you in particular here when you look down after writing, and you have one spell scroll of Remove Curse.
Well, that's convenient.
That's divine intervention, all right.
You start writing and you get a written answer from Preteritus.
Right, so just quickly, the rules and spell scrolls, I read the scroll, it casts the spell, and the scroll is used up, right?
One extra thing, because you don't have a spell slot the right level. So normally with spell scrolls, you need to be able to cast a spell, which you can as a cleric, cast Remove Curse. That's what I was double checking before getting into that bit.
Right.
But if it's higher than your maximum spell level, you need to make a check. And that check is an ability check using your spell casting ability. So it's your wisdom modifier. And you've got to beat the DC. If you fail, the scroll disappears.
Okay. And do I know what the DC is?
The DC is 13, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's doable.
It's 10 plus spell level, usually.
Yes. I'm wondering if I can bring anything to bear on this too. I don't have inspiration or anything. So...
You can have my inspiration if you like.
That's something you're allowed to do. You can transfer inspiration.
I didn't know you could do that. I don't know if are you okay with me taking your inspiration for this?
Yeah, I forget to use it anyway.
Hey. Cool. So if I have inspiration, that means I can... Is that advantage or reroll?
It's a reroll the way I do it, so if you don't like the result, you can do it again.
Misremembering earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
I will attempt that roll then. So my whiz is a +4. That's a 21.
You're fine. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. You don't need the inspiration at all. Yeah, you
can have it anyway if you like.
Cheers.
No, don't worry about it, Tal, because I'm about to give Vance an inspiration because that was fantastic.
Great. Okay.
So yeah, you touch Cass's head, and radiant energy flows through you as you read off the spell. The curse ends, and when this curse ends, Cass's features immediately return. Like the fiendish features go, they disappear immediately. And Cass is back to normal, looks at you and goes, I felt a bit weird there, sorry. I don't know what came over me. I was probably just scared. Yeah.
Good, to lay down again.
Yeah, so mark down inspiration. Well done. I'm also going to give out a little bonus of 100 XP each for dealing with that. Because that was quite a challenge, actually. Quite a challenge indeed. Yeah. And you're able to move on. You're actually able to go straight to the Lord of Rotten Ruin now. Sneakily like, of course. So,
does anyone need healing just before we jump into this?
Oh yeah, you feel free to, yeah.
Do people roll their hit dice and stuff?
Yeah, are you all healed up?
I'll roll my last hit dice, might as well.
Okay.
Not too bad, not to 15 again.
So nobody needs a spell, which is what I was...
No.
Cool. Great.
Okay.
I will roll my other d10 now.
So, you arrive at the Shrine to Rotten Ruin. It's very swampy terrain. It's very overgrown area. It's quite dark and misty, even though the sun is probably just setting, but it's the golden light sort of hits the mist and then just fades to blue around you. And you can see what this shrine is it's kind of almost like a hole in the ground. It's clad in stone, but it really looks like almost like an old storehouse or something that just goes deep underground. It's not very fancy for what you'd expect. But outside, people have laid flowers and there are sacks of wheat and grain and that sort of thing. And you get the vibe that perhaps people bring a portion of their harvest to say thank you to the Lord of Rotten Ruin. And in fact, there is actually someone there praying in front of a hastily constructed cairn of loose rubble. Now, you're arriving stealthily. I know what the perception score of this person is, and you are absolutely going to beat it no matter what. So we don't need to bother rolling for stealth. You're stealthy. This person looks a bit like a farmhand or something. Is wearing pretty drab gear. Has packed for the road, but is not it doesn't have adventuring gear. Has a weapon, but really it's a club and that sort of thing. And yeah, it's just praying there at the moment.
What are the lads doing?
They've they've let you take the lead, so they're behind you.
Okay. That's fine.
And they're kind of just watching while you're watching.
Okay. Can I just sort of, as we approach, looking at the grain, can I see if it's sort of fresh grain or if it's just been left there for a while and it started sprouting or moulding or something?
Yeah, some of it has gone mouldy. Some of it's fresh. 2 bags of it are fresh. So someone certainly dropped some off recently, or perhaps, years ago, and it's been preserved by the Lord of Rotten Ruin. No way to know. But yeah, most of it is pretty rotted.
While the other two puzzle out how they're going to approach this, I want to keep into the stealth. Just kind of do a wide circle, just to keep a lay of the land and eyes out for anything that might be hidden or approach us.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Uh, 20.
Okay, there's nothing out there, but you do find tracks in the ground. They're uneven, they're large. You think a creature probably quite heavy, and it's not, there's feet for sure, but it's not a very clean footprint that you're seeing here. It's kind of something has been dragged along the ground as well. Possibly tendrils or possibly vines or something have been involved, something like that. And it's sort of all over the place here.
Any chance that I'd recognize that?
You may make me a nature check. As a ranger, there is a chance.
14.
Let me just double check. No, you don't know what this is, I'm afraid.
And
Okay.
Tassel make an attempt.
If Amity gets back in one piece, potentially. Amity, make me a stealth check.
Natural 20.
You're good.
Or a
You're
total of,
able to get back.
20.
You're absolutely fine.
4.
Yeah, and you're able to relay this to
Yes,
Tattle and
I
Vance.
describe it all to Tattle. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tattle, you can have a go. Yeah.
Okay, rolling nature. I'm proficient in this, which is nice.
Yeah, me too.
That is a 19.
From Amity's description, you think maybe some kind of overgrown vine blight or twig blight. Or something else. It's hard to tell exactly.
Would I know if what the chances, whatever it is something malicious or something actually divine in nature?
I don't think so in that case. It's difficult to tell in this case, I think, because things like twig blights and vine blights are often under control of a druid, so they're not they're not 100% like free will exactly, or dryads control them, other things like that. They're almost like zombies, but plant zombies.
Yeah.
They rarely operate on their own.
I'm going to maintain my watch in case it comes back.
Yep, okay, you can maintain your watch, that's fine.
Can I sneak closer and take a closer look at the shrine without the person noticing me?
Yeah, sure. The person seems pretty deep in prayer at the moment. Yeah, you can get closer. Roll me a stealth check, just in case.
Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if I rolled a 1?
It would.
Well, for what it's worth, that's an 18.
18's fine, yeah. You're able to get closer. As you get a bit closer, and you're not hearing like the mosquitoes in your ear and all of that, you're able to hear that the person praying also appears to be sobbing a little.
Well, Castle's neutral, so she's not really going to. She's not like made of stone or anything, but she's not really going to care about someone else's problems that much. Although. Yeah, I think she is probably gonna be curious enough to walk up a bit closer and just quietly say, "You okay there?"
Okay. The figure, he launches upwards and goes, God, brandishes a club over his head. Don't. Oh. I thought you were the monster. Okay. How did you... Alright, okay.
My friends call me that.
Yes. They might, but not this monster. You look very different indeed. Okay. Wow, everyone's passive perception is really high. So I want to say one extra thing you spot. Immediately. There is a tattoo above this person's wrist. It's the shape of a pyramid ascending into this sleeve.
Uh-oh.
While they're talking, I'm just gonna approach and join the conversation.
Okay. It goes, right, sorry, introductions, actually, and then starts whispering. We probably shouldn't be too loud in case it hears us. But yeah, introductions. My name's Piotr. I'm from Chafford. I don't know if you've heard of it. I came here with my partner to pray to the Lord. We grow a lot of wheat, so we want good harvest, but something attacked, and well, she's gone. And he looks back at the cairn of stones.
I'm very sorry to hear that. My name's Brother Vanston. Can you tell me how you came to know about this place?
We just hear it from merchants that if we wanted to, people would come in and say, if you want a really good harvest, you should go and visit the Lord and offer and gestures to 2 sacks of wheat. Offer something.
As many people have, I can see. And do you know others who've been here?
Yeah, other people from Chafford have been here before, and it's always worked.
And it works well for them.
Our harvest was going great until winter, but that's just winter for you. But spring's around the corner, and we wanted to make sure. He eyes you up and he sees that you have a shield and are in armor. It's like, could you clear out the shrine so that we can continue to pray to the Lord?
I
Okay.
believe we could at least take a look. Yes.
So, question: Is Chafford the town that Tassel learnt about when she was doing research on the best route to the dinosaur plateau area?
100% is.
And
yeah.
would she know anything about? Does she know anything about the town other than that it's sort of a point in between there, or?
Not too much, but it is in general sort of a very wheaty sort of place. It's mainly a farming town, and other than sort of its general location, there's not too much else you've learnt yet.
Yep. Would she know what its harvests are like at the moment?
You probably not, because you've not had too many merchants through at the moment, because most of the merchants have gone via Bleakwash and either been murdered or murdered. So, I mean, more merchants will be coming through to Airedale now that Bleakwash is not literally killing people. But yeah, it'll take a while.
Yep. Also, question: would we recognise anything about the tattoo, aside from the fact it's located where we've seen other tattoos?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation.
If anyone else wants to make an investigation check, you can assist. We will grant advantage to whoever's got the highest score.
I'm hiding, so no.
Instead of having 4 people do this one check.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got +2 to investigation. Can anyone do better than that?
I'm assuming Vanston can.
My investigation is +9.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage then.
Yeah, so you've got advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll just nudge you in the ribs and whisper my thoughts.
29.
29's enough. Yeah, the DC on this was 20, so it was a high one. Yeah, it's simple. This isn't just a tattoo of a pyramid. This is obscured by the sleeve. This is an hourglass.
That's someone's symbol, isn't it? Is that someone's symbol? I'm trying to remember.
Vanston doesn't know if it's someone's symbol. Tattle, though.
Tattle
I
does.
will say Tattle does.
Okay, so
Because Tattle's found this on a corpse before.
Tattle's going to try and subtly sort of step around him just to... I'm not going to be... just to be blunt, to flank him a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to say, but not actually looking at overtly aggressive, and she's just going to say, oh, hey, I like your tattoo, by the way.
Make a deception check if you're trying to get around a person like this without appearing overtly offensive.
Oh, dear.
Not a deception?
Oh, deception is what I meant. Sorry, did I say the wrong one?
You did say deception.
Oh, that's all right. Sweet.
Oh, okay. I heard something else.
Yeah.
That may have been...
So that's a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay, doesn't twig. Doesn't twig at all. After all, why on earth would you know? Okay, yeah, you're able to get past and you say that's a nice tattoo, and he looks down at it and looks up. And now I am going to roll a d20 to decide how he acts. Okay. He looks at Vanston, actually, because you're behind him, and goes, do you know what it is? You referred to me as... Or you referred to yourself as Brother Vanston.
That's correct, yes. I'm not familiar with this symbol.
So you're not my brother.
Would you like to tell me?
Okay. Okay. Roll initiative. Interesting. This was not intended to happen right now. I'm very impressed.
Okay. Do I get some sort of anything for my deception roll, or?
No, because you told him about the tattoo.
Okay.
Like, if you'd not mentioned it and attacked, you could have had surprise. No. Not in this case.
Wow.
Also...
It's neutral, not evil. She's not going to attack him for no reason.
Well, I mean, he has got a tattoo that is typical of the cult imperator. So,
Yeah.
Amity, Tattle, I'm putting you a little ways off. Amity, and then
Yep.
let us bring in... There we
I'm
go.
just rolling nothing but 22s for initiative now.
Nice. It's apparently on there as Rogue. We won't have Cass and Frederick join this as they're probably a little bit further back. Amity, though, you can run in. That'll be no problem. Ooh, wow. That's pretty good. Okay. Right. Well, it's going to go first. Or he is, more accurately. He has a name. It's Piotr. And he is...
Like a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
He's going to do it to you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Abhorrent.
You
Yeah. It is... I think it's going to be... He can see Vanston, though. It's got to be Vanston. Okay, Vanston, you gain free levels of a special condition known as abhorrence.
I don't want that. Right.
Everyone else has fought that before. Basically, abhorrence.
I have,
While
does not.
it works a little like exhaustion in that it stacks. While you have multiple stacks of abhorrence on your turn, you must make a wisdom saving throw. So, you know, as people go, you getting it is not too bad.
Okay.
On a success, you reduce your abhorrence by 1. On a failure, I roll a d10 and pick an effect from a random table of what you do on your turn.
Okay.
It is my replacement for Cosmic Horror. As you basically are experiencing eldritch lore that should, like the kind of thing Preteritus would normally protect you from, but is not able to protect you from right now. But that's Piotr's go. And we go over to Tattle.
Okay, so I'm positioned behind him. So I think what I'll do is, Tattle's basically just going to draw her schemata, push it to his back, and just say, "Okay, you really, really do not want to do this."
He says, "In what world would you let me go?"
In what world wouldn't I?
Spins around, looks at you, and goes, and raises his hands, goes, "Fine. Perhaps we can make a deal."
Okay, talk.
There is a monster in there.
Okay.
Clear it out. I can't get to it. I was not lying. It killed my partner.
Okay, your partner in the cult.
Yes. And my wife.
I'm, as I said before, sorry for your loss. We lost a friend on the way here.
Well,
What's
dangerous
your
work.
intentions? What are your intentions here?
there is a ring. And I need it. It is dangerous. No one should have it. It is better that I have it than you. And it is on the creature.
Can I tell if he's lying about the ring, if there's something else, or...
You can roll me an insight check, yeah.
Oh, yes, I can. I would like to use my inspiration,
Go for it.
because I just rolled a 5. Okay, that's a bit better. What's my insight? That's 15.
15. You are 60% sure that he's telling the truth. He says, look, either we work together and beat this monster, or you kill me and then you die at its hands. If you're willing to make a deal, you made the first move, let's make a deal. You kill
Okay.
it, you take everything else in there. I don't care, I just want the ring.
Perhaps
Okay.
the creature should keep the ring for itself. Why is it better held by you?
As I
why
said,
can't
it's
this creature just be
dangerous.
left?
Well, if it is dangerous, then I'm not sure that you should have it.
Those are my conditions. I am ready to die for what I believe.
Very well. Okay, so I think at this point, Tassel's basically going to sort of shimmy over and just take a glance to see if she can actually work out what's going on here.
Okay, so you're taking a look into the tomb, or not
Yeah.
tomb, into the sort of shrine thing.
Shrine.
It's a hole in the ground. It looks like a grain store, basically, is more accurate. And you look in, and you can see kind of a rotted over like statue, or no, it's more like a fountain full of trash. And then deeper in, it gets darker and darker. And you do have dark vision, so I'm just trying to think how far you can see in. Let me just have a look, because you've got 60 feet of dark vision. So I'm just doing some measurements. Okay, you can actually see a little bit further where you can see another set of doors. You can see some pillars. You can see light actually coming from under one. So if this is a monster, either it has worked out how to create fire, or something else is going on in that room.
Okay, I think Tassel's going to definitely not trust this guy at all, but she's going to pretend. She's sort of going to pretend to go along with it completely and give everyone, like, who's nearby, give Vanston a knowing glance.
Tattle seems to know more than I do about what's going on, so I'm just going to follow her lead here.
Is Amity still hidden?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to sort of try and, wait till he's got his back turned and just sort of gesture to Amity to sort of stay hidden for now.
What I will do in that case then is slink off back to the farmhands, because I want to get them set up somewhere reasonably hidden where they can wait for us.
Okay. So I think you can do that. Make me a stealth roll.
Yep. I've forgotten my bonus. 1 second. Oh, that's cocked. Dirty 20.
30-20. Yeah, you're able to get back to them, no problems. Tattle and Vanson are pretty good distractions right now. Like, they're right up in this cultist's grill. So yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yep. Oh yeah, Tattle's also going to say to the cultist, so, what is this monster exactly? What are we fighting?
I believe it is the very creature that was buried here.
Buried?
Yes, an old Aetosian lord, former colonist of Nordmark.
An undead?
Of sorts? You don't know too much about the lords, do you?
No.
Wow.
I know they're antithetical. Bleh. Tassel can say the word I cannot say the word Tassel can.
Antithetical?
Antithetical. I know they're antithetical to nature.
He looks at his nails and goes, "It'd almost be a shame to ruin the surprise, wouldn't it?"
I like this guy.
You want our help, don't you?
Fine. Most of the lords are dead. Well, all of them, as far as we know. But they do keep wandering around, nonetheless. The dukes, high dukes, archdukes, whatever they want to call themselves, the kings, petty kings, earls, etc., etc. This one's not a big one, that's why this thing doesn't look particularly good. Old nobleman. Don't even know his name, honestly. Liked to keep rose gardens. You know, the lords were often buried with their finest magical items.
Would Tassel know anything about any lords who kept rose gardens, or?
I don't. Well, you can make me a history check. This is going to be history. Absolutely.
I've got
Okay.
a ton of history. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if that,
You can if you both want to make this again, same. You can do a help action sort of thing where one of you rolls it with advantage.
Okay, I've got +2. I don't know if you've got anything better.
+8.
Yep,
Wait,
I'll
no, I
be
can't,
helping.
No, it is
Arcana
+8.
domain clerics, they know shit. Like,
Okay.
As opposed to druids who know shit.
24.
24. Okay, that is a very good history check, and I think this is common enough history in general, sort of oral history passed around enough, that I think you're gonna be fine on this one. I have, however, completely forgotten the question. What was it?
It was Tapp's asking about. Was there a
Do I
lord?
know it?
Yeah.
Do I know of any of the lords who were fans of rose gardening? And that's
That's
what
right.
He's
That's
talking
right.
about.
Yeah. So absolutely, there was a petty duke, who ruled the land about 1,000 years ago. Was obsessed with rose gardens to the point that when hard times hit the land, he sort of retreated into the rose garden, just caring for the roses, not caring for anyone else. A sort of Nero playing fiddle as Rome burns sort of thing. And eventually the people found him in the rose garden and killed him. But as was tradition, he was still buried in, which is actually a little, it's why his tomb is not quite as impressive as many of the others. But yeah, he was buried with his prized possessions right here.
Do I know the name of this guy? Just
I don't, but I can get you one in a bit.
fine.
I just never
Tassel
wrote
is-
this one down.
I'll remember it later.
Yeah.
Tassel is actually now intrigued by the possibility of gardening tools.
I mean,
Can we
yeah,
mention that?
there might be some really nice gardening tools in there. Absolutely.
Oh, also, are there any roses about nearby?
There are no roses growing here. Everything here is rotting. Even all the mushrooms look poisonous, that sort of thing.
For a gardener, he doesn't seem to have kept the place too well.
Indeed. If you are pressing in, we will take a break beforehand because it's now 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But yeah, next thing we'll do is enter the tomb of the Lord of Rotten Ruin.
And hunt some undead.
Yeah. So I'm going to the break screen now. And you are, as always, still audible to everyone there. We'll take about 10 minutes, come back at about 9:15. I'll sit here and chat with chat for a bit first, and then pop to the loo. All right, chat, how we doing? How we doing? Emphas has a theory. It's a nice theory. I like that theory.
How's it hanging?
It's a nice theory. I like that theory.
It is.
Hey Sarah, how you doing? Hey Ben. Shroom break. Yeah, no, I'm not Tattle. I'm not taking a shrooms break.
Yeah. To be fair, I think it's more like she's just basically chewing on like coffee berries, not actual
right.
cocaine. I just
Fair
thought
enough.
it was funny to say cocaine.
I've written rules for magical cocaine if you need them. Thanks
Yeah, with,
to a monk in my first ever in my IRL campaign was like a drunken master but for drugs, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, so it was
Yeah.
Elf Spice, I think, was the cocaine one.
Yeah, I have actually seen at least one actual play as well where cocaine has come up. Oh wait, yeah, it was Dice Funk, and it wasn't just cocaine; it was Cocaine 2, the sequel to Cocaine.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. There's a whole garden here of poisonous mushrooms. That is true. I mean, anyone can just chow down if they want and promptly perish. I will say, I was not expecting you to twig Peyoda quite so quickly. I was very impressed there. That was good. That was good work.
And yet here we are working with him like suckers.
Are we working with him? Are we going to murder him? I don't know if I'm decided on this.
It's your choice.
Tattle's already thinking of which of her contacts want to buy his organs.
In
She's
Ben's
sure she's allowed to do that.
TTRPG Cybertopia, they've got Turbo Cane. Oh, I like that. Oh god, D&D's produced another OGL. How bad is it?
Oh lord.
Oh no. What have they done this time? Dare I brave Twitter? Okay. Oh god, this is even worse. Trending. Rowling, trans rights, Amazon, and football.
Wait, why are they talking about Creative Commons? What?
Weird.
We're giving the core D&D mechanics to the community for a Creative Commons license. Huh.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
suspiciously good.
OGL 1.2 will apply only if you want to use SRD content such as owlbears and magic missile, which is provided via a perpetual irrevocable license. That is not a bad start, but we'll have to have a look. I mean, they're still trying to deauthorize 1.0a, which is a big pain.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, and that was supposed to be perpetual as well, so if they can deauthorize that,
Well,
they can deauthorize this as well.
Perpetual and irrevocable are two different things in law. That was where the pain point came in. Not saying irrevocable meant that they could actually revoke it. Perpetual means it's not got a time limit. But yeah. Okay, so they've limited what can be changed in the OGL as well. Looks like this one, they're only changing how you... Okay, the only thing they're allowed to change in this one is how you cite WotC in your work. Which sounds fine, I guess, because they might want to add extra designers or something like that. And how you can contact each other. So I guess that's fine as well. But it depends if that contact thing also includes all that, you must register all your products with us. That'd be the bit I'd be upset with.
Yep.
That does seem better, but whether it's good enough, I'll have to take a proper read of it.
Yeah.
The Creative Commons move is a surprise, for sure. But yeah, that's... I mean, I'll give it a full read later, but that is a strange one.
Yeah, I suppose if they're only doing the licensing stuff for their the owlbears and stuff, that's actually it's technically a slice upgrade from the original OGL, because you weren't allowed to use mind flayers and owlbears and the like at all there.
That is true. However, as was noted by the EFF, you've always been able to do that if you weren't using the OGL. Like, if you just ignored their license, you could use mind flayers. Like, they're not trademarked. There's no equal protection.
Mind flayers specifically are maybe like, because they trademarked a bunch of like monster names, for example.
That's true. No, I went through every one of the Wizards of the Coast trademarks to double check what they had, and it was shocking how few trademarks they actually have.
Have you registered or?
Yeah, that does actually make sense.
Yeah, like actually,
because some stuff is like, it can be like a de facto sort of trademark where they use it, and they also claim it as what do they call it, product identity. And that's like, essentially they're making a trademark claim. Well, they don't use the word trademark, but if you violated it, they would sue you under trademark law.
Yeah, I think they would.
Copyright thing.
My understanding is, unless it is actually trademarked, they can't do shit. Like, they can sue you, and they probably would try, but they would not win, is the important thing. But whether you want to be sued by Hasbro is...
unclear. Yeah. It depends what it's over. If it's over mechanics, there's no way, because that's board game rules and that's uncopyrightable and all that. That's the thing the EFF was talking about, I think, mainly. Right, all of the actual rules, the actual way the game works, that's all up for grabs. Anyone can do anything with it, whatever. And the OGL makes things more restrictive than it would be otherwise. But when you get into like specific creative expressions, like what is an illithid, what is the name of, like, and also is the word illithid a trademark? Like, then it gets a lot more difficult. And that's what the OGL actually lets you work with, basically. Yeah.
It's not possible to trademark, or not trademark. You can trademark to copyright a name, but you can definitely trademark them. Yeah. Do you know what really surprised me? Do you know what isn't trademarked?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to butcher this pronunciation because I've never actually heard it said out loud. Drizzt Do'Urden, the D&D character everyone's heard of.
That's interesting. Well, because that's R.A. Salvatore's character.
Yeah. I wonder if it's because R.A. Salvatore has the rights, maybe.
I think that's the most likely reason, yeah.
But they do have The Legend of Drizzt, which I think was a board game that they did. Cool. They've got that mark, but that's it. And I was just like, what? But yeah, I mean, it's like with Games Workshop when they renamed everything so that they could trademark it all. Because you can't trademark Space Marines, but you can definitely trademark Adeptus Astartes and stuff like that.
I think they definitely claimed the Space Marine trademark for a long time, but maybe, there are enough other things called Space Marine that it became generic.
Yeah.
God, there's another thing I was thinking as well. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. So characters, like the character of Drizzt, is copyrightable.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
As a concept,
yeah.
He is an idea that exists, even apart from any specific prose that's about him, like a novel about him or whatever. He himself, as an idea, is copyrightable. I don't know if that extends to like illithids as an idea or Githyanki as an idea, right? Because that's like a type of character, but they're not they're not individual people.
I think that's trickier. My understanding is if you dug into the history of illithids, like their lore, their established lore, you'd probably be venturing into copyright violation. But if you went, there's a mind flayer here, or there's an illithid here. Their name is this. They're going to attack on sight. They have these abilities. That's not a violation. But, and because this is going out live, I must stress, we're not lawyers. None of this is legal advice. Don't do it. Yeah.
On a note of that, Nick, you haven't peed yet.
I haven't peed. Yes, good point. Thank you, piss lawyer. I'll be right back.
I don't know how long Amity's going to stay hidden for.
I'm confused as to like, because we're using the big open field battle map, so I don't know where you're hiding.
How far? Where am I? In there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm about 30 feet away at the moment, as I was before I scabbered off for the farmers. So at the moment, I'm an unknown distance away.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And you're not going to know when I'm back because I'm pretty stealthy.
Sure, that's fine. You'll just show up.
Yeah, something will start going down, and then I will just appear. Hopefully a really advantageous position.
I don't want to leave this guy unkilled, but I don't really have a good reason to kill him. That's my issue here.
Oh, my intention is to steal that ring and then be like, there's no ring here.
Good lord, oh hey, proper Miyazaki vibes.
Hmm?
It's just, I think the Lord is pretty cool as a
Yes. Yes, it's very good. Feels a little bit Elden Ringy.
That's what I was thinking a little bit. Yeah, it's good.
I need to stress I came up with this before I played Elden Ring. I have stolen this actually from the D&D show High Rollers. Well, actually, just the name. Although I think they stole it from Elden Ring. I took the name and I went, what would I do with that? Okay. Mainly because I believe the Lord of Rotten Ruin in their show was called like Gideon something, and you know it's stolen from Elden Ring if the fucking name's Gideon. This is not a Gideon. They have slightly more Germanic names over here. Right, I'm ready to go back if everyone else is ready. Oh, and I'll actually open up the map for you.
Is Brioche back yet?
Okay, I'll get the map open while we wait for Brie.
Yeah. Ooh, hello.
I'll just pop some tokens down.
Just so that you are aware, my intention is to remain hidden for as long as I can. So I'm probably trailing behind at the moment.
That's fine. I'll just put some things down for now. Let's get bouncing.
Right, so I'm back. I was just brewing some tea.
No problem. I'm just setting up the map.
Don't worry, I heard everything, including Enpis having the noble title of Piss Lawyer bestowed upon them.
Okay.
What's its worth, by the way, I think Tattle's plan is basically that she wants to try and secretly set up a snare near the entrance.
Okay.
Just so she can trap okay, his name's right there, but I've completely forgotten how to pronounce it.
Piotr. It's like Peter, but with a yo in it.
Piotr. Okay, we're going like young adult science fiction novel pronunciation rules, eh?
That's a real name, I must stress. That's the Russian version of Peter.
Okay. My previous statement still applies.
Fair enough. It was also
Right,
the name
using
of my
Russian names.
Kenku, who died straight at the beginning of Curse of Strahd. Literally the first combat round, the very first action, critical hit, instant death.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a rough game, that one. Right, so, Amity, you're actually a little bit further north, so I'm going to move you up the map a little. If you can't see yourself there, I'll put you back when you need to come in, just let me know.
Yep, I'll let you know.
And the rest of you walk into this sort of antechamber. As I said, there's a fountain in the center. There's a lot of trash. You can vaguely see now. Vanston, you don't have dark vision. Tattle, you do. You can see in the dim light as it goes ahead. These splotches on the ground. You can't make out what color they are, so you don't actually know that they're blood that anyone else on the screen can see. To you, it could be oil.
Yes, it could be oil, but
Who knows?
would it be metagamey to assume that Tattle could assume that it's blood?
You might assume it's blood, but it could be oil. For you, it's just a dark liquid, because dark vision just sees shades of grey.
It could be a West Country hive.
It could be.
Well, it'll be.
Oh, god damn it. Right. And Piotr's with you and says... Actually, you know what? Piotr's going to light a torch to make this all a lot easier. And
Great.
says, this way, ignore to your left. That's dangerous. That's...
I will look to my
Do not
left,
be fooled by the image of gold.
saying all that.
For some reason, he's gone very, very dramatic about it.
Is there some sort of any sort of carvings or any other things around?
Yeah. There are a lot of, on the pillars, there's a lot of intricate carvings that look like roses. And it's like just the sort of the bud of the rose, just repeated all up and down it.
Hey, can I basically just sort of shoot Vanston a look and tell Piotr that I want to sort of take a look at everything while they scout ahead, and what I actually want to do is basically cast Snare.
Okay, roll deception.
Which takes like, I think it takes like a minute. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, it takes 1 minute to cast.
Can I actually maybe like try and distract Piotr while she's doing this?
Yeah, I'll count that as the help action. So, Tal, you have advantage on deception.
Okay. Good thing I had advantage there. And that is a grand total of... 30-20.
30-20. Okay, you are fine. Piotr goes, okay, sure, whatever. What was your name? Brother Vanston, you're with me. And continues down the corridor and says, this is how far we got. We went into there, we lit torches. We were pretty sure that lighting all the braziers in there would open a trapdoor. That we never got time to light them all. We were attacked from the south in that room.
By what?
The monster.
No more detail on that then. Good.
Let me just double check the stats on a torch on how far it sheds light. 20-foot radius.
15.
Okay. 25, 15, 20. Okay. So as far as you can see to this far south. And what you can see out here is there's a lot of, like, this cave is clearly like crumbled in. There is a dead person right here. And there's like mushrooms growing, and there's this sort of like swamp coming in here with a lot of like marsh gas and that sort of thing.
What can I hear?
You can hear a bubbling sound, a burbling sound, and in the distance, occasionally this splotch of something heavy going into water.
Okay. I'm very wary of having Piotr standing behind me, but I want to move forward and look at this dead body here. I'm just going to assume Tattle can see this guy. Mm-hmm.
Bandstone still has a balance, yes?
Yes.
So when does that trigger Aetos combat?
It triggers whenever you make a skill check. So, Vanston,
Cool.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay. No. 7.
Ooh, okay. It's abhorrence time. Ooh, this could be funny. This could be very funny in this situation. Let's have a look. Okay, I need to roll a d10. Where's my d10s going? There you are. 5. So, Vanston, you try to look closely at this corpse, and suddenly you see flashes of Sal's death right in front of you. Seeing this death has reminded you of this, and you become intensely frightened of everything, including Piotr right there. You must spend your action dashing as far away from all creatures you can see as possible.
Oh no.
Okay. Given that we're not in combat, I don't know how far that means I need to move.
You need to run 60 feet.
Okay. That's out of the... It's forward or backward then, presumably?
Away from all creatures you can see.
Okay, so it is forward.
In whichever direction. You can go through the doors if you want. It doesn't have to be directly away from them, but you have to get away from them.
I will go then south, I guess.
Okay.
How long has passed since I started casting snare, by the way?
I'm going to say you're at 30 seconds now.
I need to be about here. Is that right?
That's right.
Can I have moved into that first chamber and be in one of those corners out of sight?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll pop you there. So.
Oh, I've got a question, by the way.
Hmm?
Can I sort of cast snare just in the middle of the door? So anyone who knows the snare's there would know to walk around the edges, but anyone who doesn't would still walk through it, or would that not really work mechanically?
I'll allow that, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Pardon
In
me.
case our friend tries to leave on his own.
Yeah. Let me describe what you suddenly see to your right as you come sprinting into this bog, with all this gas choking around you. Okay. Yeah, okay. You can see something about 10 foot tall. It is draped in vines. It has shards of bone sticking out all over the place. It has these huge long arms ending in massive sharp claws. And on one of those claws is embedded in it a ring where it's grown around the ring all over it. This was the Lord of Rot and Ruin. And it sure has rotted and ruined.
I'd say it still is.
It is right now asleep.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just ran in here and made a bunch of noise. Am I
You
more
ran in
or
here.
less scared of this thing than I am of the party?
You are as scared of it as the party. So I think the moment you saw it would probably be there. You came skidding to a halt.
Okay.
So you've got 3 squares left to move, which I guess would be in this direction.
Yeah.
Stay
where
away
is it on
from
the map?
Piotr. He's
Where is it?
down here on the map.
Okay, yeah, that makes
in fact, let
sense to
me give you a bit more fog, because you
Need more,
can now
yeah.
see way more.
That's right.
Can you without dark vision, though?
Yeah, I think so.
What a great idea.
Aww. Oh no, hug it.
I'm going to say you are able to see up to...
I thought it was computing this in real time initially. I didn't realize you had to
I'm drawing it, yeah. There you go. That's the extra bit you've seen.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll run 3 squares towards the illuminated part.
Okay.
Put me back there.
So Beard has just seen you run in, and it's like, what? And returns to Tattle. I think is going to see you, Amity. and just sort of says breathlessly,
If I see
Vanston.
them turning back, would I be able to maybe... There's nowhere for me to try and take cover, is there?
not really there. I mean, if you can find a place, you can give it a go, but it's not great. I mean, there's a door to the left if you want to hide in there.
Yeah, that's the question. Do I want to risk?
Do you want to enter a new room in a dungeon just to avoid being seen by...
I will lean
The weakest
casually
stat block in the
against the
dungeon.
wall, just looking at them with a smirk.
They're looking...
That.
Hey.
Have you always been...
Bye.
No,
Not very
Vanston.
observant, are you?
No time. Vanston's gone running straight in there. The monster. And sees you, by the way, currently setting a trap.
Right.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
I mean, you're currently literally making a snare. Like,
Okay.
Can I disguise it as something else?
not
Like-
while casting snare, no.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the components for snare?
Well, it is literally just dropping a rope on the ground that turns invisible.
Yeah, you
Really
create a
non-deception
circle with a
thing. We
5-foot
gotta go-
radius.
Mm.
It disappears after you've cast the spell. It takes a minute, so you're down there and going like, oh, gotta sort this out. Come on, magic. You know what? No, actually, yeah. Pyoda's just seen you playing with a bit of rope on the ground. It's like, you're all so strange. Anyway, your friend is going to get himself killed if you don't stop this.
All right, well, game time.
Okay.
And I start making my way down the thing. I'm
Hey,
not rushing,
finish?
however.
Sorry. Can I just finish the spell under pretense I'm packing up whatever I was doing?
Yeah, you can try to do that. I think Pyoda's a little too rushed to really care what the weird druid is doing in the north when
Okay.
with the monster is about to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gesture at Pyodor as I'm going past, so like, come with me. Coward. I'll make my way down.
I managed to foolishly go downstairs to get a drink, leave my glass downstairs, so all I've got now is a 2-litre bottle of squash to drink from.
Is it neat?
No, luckily not, but it's a bit like, it looks like I've just taken a swig from a massive bottle from the shops, yeah. Okay, so you run down and you have dark vision, so you are able to see a little bit better down here. You can see the swamp and everything I've described before, and you can see over in the corner the hulking form of the Lord of Rot and Ruin, who does appear to be asleep for now.
Okay.
And you can see where Vanston is as well.
Would this body have similar attire to Pyotr?
Yes.
If they haven't followed me, if they're waiting for a tattle, can I give the body a quick check through? If the thing's asleep, Vanston's okay.
Sure. Let me just roll to see if it wakes up. Okay. So you have a look through the body. Let me just get my notes up. And there we go. Okay, so you find 23 silver pieces.
Oh,
no
okay,
roll on
okay,
this.
okay.
It's not particularly concealed because they're not expecting anyone to be out here, really. 23 silver pieces in a coin pouch literally on the belt. Again, on the belt, there is a scabbard with a silver dagger in it. And an empty pack. It looks like something has taken all the stuff from it.
Well, the dagger's pretty. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Continue onwards to quietly and carefully find Vanston.
Okay.
I'm going to take a time slice to... I'm going to move into the lighted room. Am I still scared of everything?
You're not scared of anything now. It's shaken off. It was almost as quickly as it was there. It's gone about 6 seconds,
Right.
and now you're composed and you're like, what on earth was that? It's almost like you've seen a jump scare for a second, and now you're back.
Okay, cool. I still think I'm going to move towards the... Because can I see Amity, actually, from where I am?
Technically speaking, no, because Amity has no light source, and
Yes, it's too dark.
yeah, it's basically pitch black. So technically speaking, the only thing you can see is that light.
I see the light, and I know where the monster is, so I'm going to move towards the light.
Okay, that's fine. You head on up there. You can move into the room that is up there as soon as I finish drawing it out.
Oh no, coffins.
Yeah. Oddly enough, the place where someone was buried is it's got some coffins in. So you can see in here that they've started lighting these braziers. They started with the two around this big ornate coffin, but there are 6 more up to the north.
Okay.
There's also just here, and there's enough light in here to be able to see this whole room. There's a lever right there.
Oh, okay.
And of course, the door here, goes over to where Amity is.
That's fine. just quickly, do I still have 3 abhorrence, or did I lose one?
You still have 3. You lose it when you succeed. And if you succeed, you get no effect. But
yeah. Okay. Wow, that sucks. Okay. I'm going to investigate this room then, I think.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, other people can do stuff.
So give me firstly a wisdom save and then a perception check.
Yeah. No, I figured. Right. 21 on the save.
Okay, so your abhorrence is now down to 2, which means the DC is now dropped by 1 as well.
Right.
And you get no ill effect. And then, perception check.
Okay, the perception didn't go quite as well. That looks like is it perception or investigation?
Perception, unless there's something specifically you're trying to, like, calculate, it's usually perception.
Okay. They're the same anyway, so that's fine. So that's 13.
13. With a 13, you can see scuff marks on the floor here, as if something heavy has moved before.
Interesting, but not that interesting. Okay, that's me for now.
Okay. You've just seen Amity, you've just seen Vanston disappear over to there. Tattle, I'm going to say you're pretty much done now with the snare, just because I don't want you losing your entire game just sat there playing with rope. So you're done, and you can join Amity, and the two of you can do something. Amity, you've seen Vanston go north, so you have a pretty good idea where Vanston's going to be now.
As I'm moving through the room, and also as I was in there casting the spell, would I've actually been able to make any sort of learn anything about the carvings? Just so, if nothing else, so I've got something plausible to say about what I was doing.
Sure. I mean, you're learning that these are roses that are not native to swampland. So, you get that. The roses need constant care to survive, that are depicted here. And it's always this one kind of rose, which has this sort of deep blood red petal. Normally, obviously, here it's just stone, it's just marble. But you know that it's known for its blood red petals. And that's probably what you get while you're looking around.
I would have moved to follow Vanstone, by the way, so I'm just going to take, dash up towards him, I suppose.
Okay.
Sneakily, slowly.
Sneakily and slowly. I will see if the Lord of Rotten Ruin wakes up. Nope.
7.
And you move up, touch Vance on the shoulder.
You okay?
I'm fine. Yes.
Amity, you would have also seen the Lord of Rotten Ruin in the south there as well.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Yeah. Kind of looking or keeping my eye on it as I'm moving.
Yeah.
Tattle.
Yeah.
Okay,
what you doing?
So I'm going to start moving forward.
Okay.
I'm going speaking quietly because I know we're trying to be quiet. I'm basically just going to rattle off everything I learned about the roses, just to sort of come across as a very weirdly obsessed druid.
Piotr looks at you and goes, "That's not important unless you think it's going to open a lock somewhere. I don't care." And heads to the south. Piotr is a human, so does not have dark vision, and is going to stop here because he's got a torch. And he's a little worried that the monster is now awake. He doesn't know either way. And says, "Look, Vanston went to the south. Can you see him?"
Presumably, can I see the Lord of Rotten Ruin from here?
From where you are, you can sort of see the edge of what looks like a bush.
Oh, I think I see a bush ahead. How interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, bush.
The monster looked like a bush too.
I bet it sings.
And he says, "Anyway, come in here. This is where we were when we got attacked." And he opens the door. And
it's fascinating. It's fascinating though. Because normally, bush that kind of flora cannot be supported in these kinds of
Please shut up.
But don't you understand?
What the hell got into you, Brother Vanston?
It's of no consequence. What is this business in here? What does this lever do?
We haven't tried it yet. We were sure that lighting all of the braziers would open a secret door. But when we'd lit two of them, the monster came in. I mean, it's not here now.
Might I suggest we deal with the monster first, then?
Where is it?
Maybe we should take a look around first.
I'd lean out the door and I'd point.
Okay. Like, I can't see anything.
Quite a big bushy thing in the distance over there.
Bush looks straight at Tattle. It was that bushy thing.
Oh, good thing I didn't try to take clippings.
You may need to clip
And
more than
Amity.
that if you encounter it.
Yeah. Amity and I've completely forgotten Vanston. Amity and Vanston probably realise that Tassel's being sort of deliberately more cheerful than she actually normally is.
Interesting.
And Peter's just like rubbing his eyes, just like, God.
Yep.
Why do I feel
also,
like you're
I'd
going to get me killed?
That'd be weird.
Rude.
Tassel is absolutely trying to get him killed.
Yeah.
Tattle is
Also,
the most upstanding druid I know in all of Airedale.
can I use my thieves' tools proficiencies to sort of look at the mechanism around the lever?
Yeah, you can go and take a look at that. I think that's fine. Roll me intelligence with thieves' tools proficiency.
While she's doing that, I want to speak to Piotr. I really think we should deal with this monster. What do you bring to the table that could help us with this?
Well, not much. I asked you to deal with the monster.
You did offer your assistance.
Well, I've got a knife.
That it?
Potion of
No
healing?
kind of abilities or magic or otherwise? Nothing arcane about you?
You did cast a spell earlier.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can try that. It doesn't usually work on monsters, just people, I guess. Depends how much of the Lord is left.
That's a 9, by the way.
Okay. Pretty sure it's a lever.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, all these years of hanging around with thieves and just exchanging notes about traps has paid off.
Well, you remember once that you saw one, and you ran towards it to flip the switch, but it was painted on a wall by a very, very clever bird. Who went meep meep and then ran off. But that is not the case in this one. This is real. This is the real deal. This is a grade
It was
A
shortly
lever.
after it was shortly after she'd briefly wild shaped into a canid form.
Yes. A very wily one. Yeah, so that's definitely a lever. It's a pretty good one. You kind of get the vague feeling like you want to pull it. Not from any magical effect, it's just because it's a lever. And, you've got to press buttons, right?
What was your name again? Pimmy?
Piotr.
You pulled this? Okay, Pimmy, have you pulled this yet?
Piotr. And he just walks up to you.
Have you Piotr'd this yet?
Gets a little bit too close to you and stares at you as he walks past. Like glares at you. And then goes and pulls the lever. And in the distance you hear a grinding sound. And something has opened.
Oh,
What's
that was
open?
noisy.
It was noisy. I should roll a d20. Aha.
Uh-oh.
Amity, you see the Lord of Rotten Ruins start to move.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, question before it becomes pertinent, is this door open?
Nobody closed it, did they? Nobody said they did.
What do you want to do about it?
Do we want to close it?
Better do it quick if you do.
It's massive, so I'm going to say yeah. This is a big monster. I'm going to close it, and somebody help me keep the door closed so we can come up with a plan.
You close the door as it comes around the corner. And you hear it stop right there. You hear this sort of heavy, deep groan.
What are the door handles like?
Wham! As it whacks a fist against the door, and the door goes thunk behind you. The door handles here, these doors, these are pretty, this is probably the most ornate set of doors, because this is like the burial chamber. The doors are stone, so they're heavy stone. The door handles are probably, in this case, just two big lumps of stone out the side carved. Probably in the shape of roses.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then, boom, against the door, and it shakes against you again.
Okay, ideas. Can we lock the door?
We barricade it. Can we move? Can we move one of this big coffin in front of me up against it? Is that movable? Piotr, help me push this.
Piotr rushes forward and goes, okay, and the two of you start to try and lift it. What's your strength score, Vance?
It's +0.
+0, okay. It's going to be very slow moving, like you're dragging it along the ground, basically, because you physically can't lift it. But it does gradually move over, but there's another boom on the door, and then another boom on the door. And I'm basically... I tell you what, Vanson, roll me a strength check. That's going to be contested against the Lord of Rotten Ruins strength check to try and break the door down, and it's basically who gets there first. Amity, you wanted to do something?
I have pittons. I have a hammer. Can I try and jam them under the door to make it more difficult to move?
Do you have iron spikes?
I have pittons, not iron spikes.
I was just checking because iron spikes are better at it. You can use it. You can use them. You can give that a go, and that I think will slow down the Lord of Rotten Ruin. I'll have him roll at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So you can knock those in. You rolled an 18. That's good. Lord of Rotten Ruin has +4. Let's see how he does. You're lucky there was that disadvantage because a natural 1 just dropped.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just dum. But Vanson's able to get over there fast with Piotr and this huge stone coffin to just barricade the door. And there's more thudding against the door for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then it stops. And now we don't know where it is.
Can I listen out to see if I can hear where he's moving?
Yeah, roll me perception.
Okay.
While Tal's doing that, then I want to go to the other door and just peer around to see if it's got to see if I see it.
Okay.
That's a 22, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's moving south. And Amity, as you peer around, you can see it coming. Problem is, this isn't a door. This is a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
So maybe it can't fit through.
I'm gonna back up. By the way, I don't want to be.
Yeah. It comes up against the wall and it leans one of those long claws in and starts scraping at the ground. And it locks eyes on you, and you can see it's a fragmented human skull that has been stretched apart and broken by trees growing through him. And you can see that ring, and it's a ring of wood, so it's hard to see, but you can see it, and it's because it's biting into the claw. You can more see it from the effect it's had on the claw around it than on its presence. And then it starts to squeeze through.
I'd like to cast Thunder Wave on it.
Okay, that is initiative. We're going to hit initiative for that.
Okay. So I was also going to try a thing.
This is a good time for initiative if casting is happening. So I'll add everyone on. I'm not sure why that has happened. There we go. I think they were previously on there. Right, let me roll for it. Okay. Update your things. I will roll again for Piotr as well.
Wow, everyone's rolling terribly today for this one.
That's good. Love it when the Lord of Rotten Ruin is able to go faster.
Hold up, I just rolled. Where am I?
In fact, I'm gonna
I've lost
rename
myself.
this. There we go. Got to get the proper name down.
My first good roll for initiative today.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. So, Amity, you are going to go first.
Okay. I'm going to step slightly away, up to here. In fact, I want to be up behind one of these if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Use it for cover in case this thing has a surprise.
That makes sense.
Speak to Piotr, tell him whatever that arcane thing is you got. Now's a really good time. I want to shoot it with my longbow. Bonus action, ensnaring strike first.
Okay.
I believe it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's an attack then.
Good luck.
Just want to double check my bonus, which is +4. Oh, okay. No, that's amazing. Natural 20.
Now, that is how you kick off a combat. Okay. Excellent.
D8. Hold up, where's my... which I double. And the hunters, hold up. My thing has disappeared. Sorry, it's disappeared on me. There we go. Favored foe, because that just happens. That's not a thing, is it? So I can trigger that on it now.
Okay.
So that's 2, 3, a D4. Plus, oh wow, damage was terrible though. 4 plus 2, that's 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. Very
Plus,
nice.
I believe a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay.
Because of a snaring strike.
22.
I think that might pass. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're big, they're strong. Yeah, this is their thing, unfortunately.
Yep.
But first bit of damage on there. Did you double all the damage dice? Because that was a crit.
Oh, I didn't double the D4. We'll double that now. That's an extra 4.
Hey, there we go. That's even better. Very nice. All right. We then go to Piotr. Piotr looks straight at the Lord of the Rotten Ruin and concentrates. He said, "It's not working. I tried. And backs away and takes cover behind one of these rocks. Lord of the Rotten Ruins go. It is going to move like that. Because it's currently squeezing. Oh, that's a point. Sorry, Amity, you should have had advantage. I mean, you got a crit anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it is currently squeezing through, so it moves at half speed. And that's it. Over to Tattle. It is still squeezing, by the way, so you will still have advantage.
Oh, good. Will it have disadvantage on a saving throw?
Not when squeezing, I don't think, but I will look that up just to be 100% sure, because it's a rare rule. But what are you doing?
I'm gonna thunder wave it.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. So wait, thunder wave is 15-foot cube in front of me, or yep. So that's 5, 10, 15, and I'm basically just going to try and thunder wave it back through the gap.
Okay, they do have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. But not
good.
on any
Is that
others. No. Thunderwave is strength.
Yeah, Thunderwave is... Okay, I've made a miscalculation here, but we'll see how this goes.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You never know. Let's see what I roll. Ooh. Hang on. That's a 6 plus 4, 10. I shouldn't have told you what the modifier was there, but there we go. You've learnt something now.
Yeah, that doesn't beat my 15, I'm afraid.
No. Okay, so it's going to take damage and get pushed back. All that squeezing for nothing.
And also, Tassel casting Thunderwave is basically just her, just lunging forward and stomping.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. I like that. You're Elden Ringing this as well. Okay. Yeah. Roll damage as well. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Wait. I always get confused with the D8s and D12s. Yep. Helpful dice tip: if you ever aren't sure how many sides a dice has, find the lowest number and look at the opposite side. Oh, would you believe that's actually a 16 plus?
16.
What do you add? Yep, I got 2
Very
8s.
nice. Very nice. You
Wait,
don't
do
usually
I
add
add
anything
anything
to spells. I mean, sometimes
yeah.
you do, but not often. So 16.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Good damage.
just straight 16.
Very good. Okay.
Oh, and Tassel turns back to Piotr and says, "Look, Pulley, it was pushy."
Piotr. Okay, over to Vanston.
Hello. I think. Oh wait, can I see it?
There's enough light to see through the crack. You can't from your current angle, but if you move around so that you can get to him, so like anything in this line or in this sort of cone area, you can definitely do it.
Okay, I'm just gonna move to here and do what's that blast I always do? Sacred Flame.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's a dexterity save, wasn't it?
Dexterity save.
Oh, that's a good one to target.
14, I think. Yeah.
That is unfortunately a 15.
Yes. Okay.
But a good choice in the future, I will say. He's not very dexterous, like looking at him move. Over to Amity.
Rinse and repeat. Shoot it with me bow.
Okay.
Bonus action. Ensnaring strike again.
Wait, is he still squeezing at this point? No, he's not squeezing at this point. So no advantage on the roll. And I'm going to say he has half cover.
Okay.
Because of this.
Yep.
Being approximately half of his body.
It's fairly narrow. I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Strength save, if you please.
Strength
That's a
save.
D10 or 1D8.
Strength save of 19.
I did a damage of 9. Wait, D4.
Yeah, you got to remember that D4.
13 total.
13 total. That's good. That's good damage. I mean, ranges are good damage.
I rolled big then.
Yeah. Very nice. And yeah, this thing is getting like peppered with arrows at the moment.
I lied. It's 12, by the way. What was the save?
The save was 19.
Oh, okay. Got. Well, that's both my slots gone. Never mind.
Okay. We go over to Piotr. Piotr's going to draw. Piotr, you got any fucking like weapons? What? Oh, really? Have you always had this? You have always had this. All right. So Piotr's going to. Do I want to be a dick? Yeah. Piotr's going to. I'm gonna hang on. It'd be very funny. Yeah. What's the save? Piotr's casting Sacred Flame. DC of 11 though, so it's not great actually. And the Lord of Rotten Ruin has beaten it again. Never mind. It's clearly Sacred Flame is the problem. But yeah, Pyotr's just like, oh, I tried.
Good fight. Keep trying.
Over to the Lord of Rotten Ruin. Counting that as starting the squeeze, so that's 10 feet of movement. And then 10 feet of movement.
Oh, hello.
Hello indeed.
I don't want this guy here.
It is going to attack. It's only going to attack. Yeah, it's only going to attack Tattle. This is going to slam at you. Oh, there's a special thing. I'm going to say it's still squeezing. It's at the end of its squeeze here. So it will be at disadvantage its attack. First
This
one.
could be one of those.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, I'm afraid it does.
I put up all your ACs so I could tell you if it hits or not, but I've now covered them with the stat block, so I have to ask anyway. Okay, and second one. Does a 14 hit?
I think that equals my AC. Yep, that's
So
equal to my AC.
that hits. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what happens. Something special happens if both hit. I never have enough D8s. That's my curse as a DM. Okay, there we go.
I don't like any of this.
Well, I think I'm going to be rolling a new character here.
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And you are grappled.
Oh.
And it then uses its engulf move on you. So you become pulled into its mass of vines. You are blinded, restrained, unable to breathe. At the start of each of its turns, you're going to have to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or take all of that bludgeoning damage again.
Oh dear.
As you are wrapped inside of it and it is starting to choke you with the vines. You can try and escape as a normal grapple. So you can try and use your action to escape by making the standard checks you'd use to escape a grapple.
Okay.
And that's its go. Over to you, actually, Tattle. So straight back to you. You are,
Right.
trapped.
So I've got a question. What are the rules in wild shape while you're grappled?
You remain grappled.
Okay. But I'm going to remain grappled as a giant hyena.
That's very cool. That's very cool indeed. Giant hyenas are large size, right? Of course they are. Gaby. Okay. Ooh. Hang on. No. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, you genius! It can't engulf a large creature. So hang on. Let's first of all, boom, large Tattle. Absolute
I was
genius
absolutely
move.
hoping that would happen.
Fantastic. It can't engulf a large creature, so you are spat straight back out. And yeah, you're now giant hyena Tattle. You get your action. You didn't have to use your action to escape that. That just happens. Genius. I love that. Have inspiration.
Yes. Okay. So is it still squeezing?
Yes, for now. I'm going to say where in its current position, it's still just kind of stuck in there, which means it's not able to move out of the way or avoid anything very easily. So you will have advantage.
Okay. Om nom 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 nom.
For a second, it was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to engulf it. Like, Uno reverse card.
Well, I was almost going to choose giant toad, which I think can actually... Oh no, that can only swallow a medium or smaller.
Yeah, it's the same problem. Remember
would
that
be
from
very
Dead
funny,
Ends. Chomp away at the rotting plant matter.
The world's first vegetarian hyena. I'm going to use that inspiration because that was a terrible roll. You know what? I'm going to switch to another dice for good luck. I'm going to drop the dice because, of course, I am. But that's 16 to hit.
A 16 hits.
Okay, so that is 2d6 plus 3. Where's my other d10? What 6 is? Joke, I'm a rogue. I have tons of them.
You're not at the moment.
I'm a rogue in nature. Literally.
You're definitely in nature. Yeah.
That's 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage. That's good. That's a good bite. Yeah, okay. Very nice. Damn. This is going well. Not bad. This encounter is based off of one I suffered a party wipe in once. So I'm very impressed. It's going great. Okay. Very good. Tattle, I'm assuming that's everything for you. We go over to Vanston.
I'm gonna back up like this.
Okay.
I then have I can do one thing. I've got a spell that I want to do as a bonus action. Does that mean I can also do a normal action?
You can do a normal action, you just can't cast a spell with it unless it's a cantrip.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh no, it's a cantrip. That was the thing.
Well, that's fine. Yeah,
so
you can do a bonus action leveled spell and then a cantrip that is normal. I think that's the way it works.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want it to work that way, so that's what I'll do. My cantrip for my normal action will be Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
So it's going to need...
It's going to take this at disadvantage, a dex save.
DC 14.
Amazing. Oh, no, because disadvantage. I rolled a 14, but it has -1. So that's finally failed.
Amazing. Okay. It will have 8 radiant.
Very good. So it flinches back from that radiant damage and goes...
Cool.
As it takes 16 points of radiant damage.
Oh, yeah. I thought it might. With the bonus action, I'm going to do Shield of Faith on the hyena.
That's cool. That's cool.
The hyena has +2 AC.
Very nice.
Right.
So that gives...
Minutes or something.
I now have the same armor class I'd have as a tiefling.
That's great. That's going to help you stay alive with that extra HP that you've got. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Fantastic. We go to Amity next.
I can see that ring, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you can see the ring, yeah, totally.
Okay. I'm going to put down the bow, pull out both of my short swords, and with a deep breath, hoping that the druid is scary enough that I'm not going to have a lot of attention paid to me, run up to the thing, and I want to hack at around the ring to see if I can't get it removed. Would I be forfeiting damage for that?
I will say you are going to forfeit damage to do this. I'm going to say you have to hit an AC of its AC +5.
Okay.
But you still have advantage because it is still squeezing.
Yeah. I saw how hard it was hitting, and I think I can, if I make any sort of headway with this, then it could very well be worth it. And I rolled a... That's not going to hit. 17.
No, that's not going to do it, I'm afraid, with the +5. So you go for it, and it just
Can I do that with my bonus action as well? Can I like?
You can try that again. Yeah, you can try that again. Yeah. Replacing the damage.
I rolled a... That was better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is exactly what you would have needed. Yeah, so you slice down and that claw goes straight off. You've severed the claw and with the ring on, and it skitters off into the corner. The Lord of Rotten Ruin wails and then looks straight at you.
Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, 10, 15. I do have movement left then. I don't want to get engulfed at all.
Who does?
Can I attempt to walk around Tattle to get up behind her?
You can do that. You will take an attack of opportunity from leaving
Well, I'm not going to
the
do
Lord
that.
of Rotten Ruins reach.
I want to. Can I instead no? Is that corner in its space?
Target it with right mouse so I can see it.
Oh yeah. Because you said it skittered into the corner, right?
Oh yeah. So it's actually over here. I'm
it's over
classing
there.
it. So
Okay.
it's
Never
skittered
mind.
over to here.
I'm going to run after it.
Okay.
So 5, 10.
Okay.
15,
You take an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
It slams at you with its. It's not bleeding. It's sap. Sap is coming out of its claws. Here we go. Disadvantage. Wow, I did actually roll worse, despite the first one being a 5. Yeah, so that's an 11 to hit. So
that misses.
Tries to hit you and it can't.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll find a run over there. I'm going to say you can pick up the claw. The ring is sort of embedded in it, so you might have to take a bit of time to chisel it off or something.
Well, I'm holding it for now.
Yeah, that's fine. You can absolutely do that. And Piotr has noticed and said, probably good idea. Whoever you are.
I'm full of good ideas. I'm great.
Sure. It's Piotr's go.
If we just...
Piotr's actually got a lot of spells. Yeah, Piotr's going to copy you, I think. Bonus action, Shield of Faith on Piotr, because he's a bit more of a coward, and then Sacred Flame on the Lord of Rotten Ruin. Okay. That is actually going to pass again. Amazing. There's one spell. No one's ever getting it.
DC is not very high.
The DC is 11, so that's why for him. It's quite a low DC. Yeah, but that's his go. But he's dropped Sacred Flame on himself, so his AC's increased. And we go to the Lord of Rotten Ruin, who's looking at like Mega Tattle and is thinking at the moment.
I'm hoping that Tattle is enough of an obstruction that it can't walk in towards the one that just pissed it off.
Probably not right now. But
not
it
without getting
is
chewed on a bit.
coming out like that, climbing over the coffin, and is no longer squeezing.
Reminder that the coffin is not there.
Yeah, the coffin's not there even. Yeah, so it's just
the coffin is why I can't take the ring away.
It's why you can't leave. Yeah, so it's going to strike at Tattle, not at disadvantage anymore. Okay, don't forget you got +2. So first one is 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Second one is 20 to hit. Unnatural.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Gaby's
Getting
getting
serious deja vu.
Yeah, well, you can't be engulfed this time, at least. Gaby's taking some damage, though. So that is... Wow, a lot. Oh, hang on. I've got a... 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Are you still a
Luckily,
null? No, giant hyena?
Yep. Luckily, giant hyenas have 45 hit points.
Well,
so
that's good, yeah.
Was that 31? So that's 15. Yeah, that's 14 hit points left.
Okay.
Back to where I started.
Yeah. Clash of the Titans here. That's its go, though. Over to you, Tattle, to respond.
Okay, so I think as the first one hits, Tassle's just going to growl, and as the second one, as it pulls away and the other one hits, she's just going for the bite on the first one to hit.
Yeah, okay.
And that is... It just occurs to me, I didn't actually... my first attack, I forgot to roll with advantage, so I wasted that inspiration for nothing. Oh well. But that is... What am I adding? It's +5. That's a 23 to hit.
That hits, yeah. Roll damage.
That's 10 points of piercing. Wait. Pardon me, 11 points of piercing damage again.
Okay. It is now bloodied. Anything else?
Let's see. Problem is, giant hyenas don't really have many options as far as attacking things. I mean, if I get it to 0 hit points, I can move and make another attack.
It's, yeah, I mean, it to be fair, it's a big sack of hit points. So you've benefited from being a giant hyena.
That's moon jewels for you.
Yep.
So anything
And
else, or
what's
should we
right?
go over to Vanston?
What's more, I'll do it again. Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
Okay, over to
I'm
Vanston.
just gonna keep chewing and roaring.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard, so I'm kind of undecided whether to keep attacking it or try and heal Tattle. I think.
Something worth noting, Tattle can actually heal herself if needed.
Oh yeah, in hyena form. All right. Well,
Not in hyena form.
Yeah.
not in hyena.
Yep,
Circle of the
and
Moon. Oh, you're not Circle of the
Apple.
Moon yet, are you?
I
No,
am
you
Circle
are.
of the Moon, yeah.
They
but
get
I don't
a
think-
thing, part of their world shape, part of their combat world
I-
shape. They can spend a spell slot to heal themselves.
As a bonus action.
Wait. Can I?
Yeah.
1d8 plus your wisdom, I believe.
Oh yeah, so I can.
Yep. It's great. But anyway, yeah, Vanson, what do you want to do?
Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to Sacred Flame it in that case.
Sacred Flame, classic. Let's see how it does. No longer a disadvantage this time.
Okay.
Dex save. Oh, that is an unnatural 0. A natural 1 with a -1 on it.
It can have 1 radiant for that.
Okay, 2 radiant damage. Very good. And we go over to Amity.
I see that everyone else is doing a bang-up job of getting to finish it off, so I am thinking ahead. I want to step up
Shoot
right
Piota.
into this corner.
Okay, so you're the closest you can probably get is about like that because
Okay.
the
Yeah, because the doors.
sarcophagus
Yeah.
is kind
the
of there.
sarcophagus. I forgot about it. Yeah. I want to get that ring off if I can.
Okay. So how do you want to do that? It's kind of like wedged, like basically like a tree has grown like through it.
How thickly?
You're looking at probably
Like,
an inch
is-
of wood around it.
Only an inch.
Yeah.
I might be able to wrench that off. I might just be able to just brute force twist the branch.
Yeah, you can
and-
give that a go. I would say that's a DC 20 strength check.
Okay. Well, I've said it now, and I'm committed to my
Okay.
decisions.
I mean, you're not, but
with my... I am.
oh, fair. What I meant was you can back out now if you want. Now that you know how difficult it is, not that you're not committed to your decisions.
22.
22. Yeah, you get the ring off. Yeah,
I rolled a natural 20. So.
you got the ring free. Yeah, absolutely. Very nice.
Okay, then I drop all of the wood. And yeah, I now have. Ooh, can I put it on?
You can
I
put it
just
on.
God.
I'm not gonna put it on. I'm gonna stick it in my pocket. That's what I'm gonna do. I need it hidden from Piotr. So
Okay, if you're sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be all.
Absolutely
What have I got in my pockets?
that's my turn. I am gonna get my bow back out though, so I'm ready to shoot it again.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's all I got.
Okay, over to Piotr. Piotr is going to use some more spells. Piotr is going to use the other first level spell he's got as a cleric. Inflict wounds. And make a melee spell attack on a hit, 3d10. Okay, let's give it a go. That's a miss. So this ray of necrotic energy just boosts past into the wall and doesn't do anything. Fiona's going to back up further to the switch, and we go to the Lord of Rotten Ruin. Lord of Rotten Ruin is going to split the attacks this time, one for Vanston and one for Tattle. First one for Tattle. That is a natural 18, so that's going to hit. Yep. Second one for Vanston. That is a natural 2 for a total of 9, so that's not going to hit. So the one that hits Tattle, that is going to be... Oh, piss poor. That is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still chipping me away, though.
Yeah.
I'm down to 8.
Go back to you.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go in for the bite again.
Okay.
And question. With my hyena jaws and tongue and my druid brain, can I actually tell anything about the nature of this creature? Like I've been chewing on it.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Does it taste yummy?
To determine the taste of the Lord of Rotten Ruin.
As the ancient druid saying says, I has flavour. Okay, disadvantage. Question, by the way, if I reroll using inspiration... Oh, wait, no, I've used my inspiration, never mind. Oh. It took a 19 away from me. A 19. Aww. What was I rolling again?
Perception at disadvantage.
Okay, that leaves me with a mere 15.
Icky. There you go. That's the sensation you get from biting into the Lord of Rotten Ruin. It's disgusting. Okay. Putrefaction is what you're tasting right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to attack it then.
Yep, that's fair.
Does a 13 hit?
No, I'm afraid not. 13 does not hit. So you try and bite in, but you just get a bit of thick wood and your teeth aren't going anywhere.
Oh my.
God damn. Just going to double check something. Just going to double check something real quick. Just have the healing word up.
You can't cast spells if that's what you're.
Yeah, I know I can't cast spells. I just want to double check what healing spell I had set up.
I see.
Just to double check to see if it might actually be numerically worth more than the self-healing ability.
Okay.
Anyway, yep, that's my turn.
Okay, we go to Vanston.
I have a question about wild shape. If you get knocked to 0, are you out of wild shape and bleeding on the ground, or are you just out of wild shape?
Just out of wild shape, but any excess damage carries over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not in a critical sort of state right now, then.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I've got an extra use of wild shape, so I can basically refill it again free with a bonus action if I really have to.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, I'm just going to blast it again.
Druids are better tanks than barbarians, honestly. They are wild. Yeah. I'll do a dexterity save.
Good idea.
That is a 7, so that's going to take some damage.
5 radiant damage.
Okay, yeah, doubling to 10. Very nice. Very good. Okay. Amity. You've got that ring burning a hole in your pocket.
I do, which is why I'm not going to fire that bow. I am choosing to retroactively not have the bow out and have a sword out instead. With the other hand, that dagger that I picked up, I'm going to throw that at the Lord of Rotten Ruins into the sap, where it's all nice and gooey and vulnerable.
I'm giving the Lord of Rotten Ruin half cover here because Tattle is in between.
It's massive and in the way. Yeah,
massive and in the way. Like, if it was Vanston, it wouldn't be a problem, but Tattle is like the same size. So, yeah. That's fine, though. Yeah, roll it.
I rolled absolutely terribly.
Oh,
it's a 9.
That's not going to do it. Wouldn't do it even without the cover, I'm afraid.
Yep. And then with my bonus action, because I have short swords and they're light, I just want to hack a little bit more into where the ring was, just so there's more. It's more scattered and smaller shards and the like around the area.
Okay, you hack away at that. I'm not going to take a check for that, but you accomplished that, I think.
Yeah.
Over to Piotr. Piotr is going to once again attempt inflict wounds because he's got 4 first level spell slots.
God damn.
Yeah, I was like, what? The 4th level wizard. Okay, cleric. Well, that's a natural 1. Still can't hit for shit. Beast straight into the wall. No luck. It's like, I don't know why it's not working. Over to the Lord of Rotten Ruin, who is going to, I think going to do 2 attacks on Vanston this time, because it's going to go for the engulf. So, first hit. That is a 23. Second hit. Oh, that's worse. That is a 16.
16 is on the nose for my AC.
Both of those hit then. Okay, let's do the damage first. Well, could be worse. I've just rolled minimum for the first 2. So that's 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
In total?
Yeah, in total. That's for both hits. That's really low. It's 2d8 plus 4 this hit.
It's not really low for the hits that I have.
Yeah, but that should have averaged way more. So then you are now grappled and engulfed. You are dragged inside the Lord of Rotten Ruin, and you will have to attempt to break free on your next go. Okay. And then it's going to use its movement to go 5 and then squeeze through here. Now, Tattle, you can take an attack. You can make an attack of opportunity. I'm dragging Vanston with him.
Okay. Is it advantage because he's squeezing?
Yeah, he's squeezing at the moment you're attacking, so you do get advantage.
Okay. That's a 19 to hit.
19 hits, yeah.
Okay. That's 9 points of piercing damage.
That is pretty good, actually. That's nice. Yeah. Good damage. And that's as far as it gets as well, because that's literally as far as it can move. Hang on, I'm going to move it and then put Vanston on top. There we go. And yeah, Tattle, over to you.
Okay, so I'm going to see this, and I'm basically just going to just try and grab it in my jaws and start trying to pull back.
Okay, so you're trying to grapple it.
Yeah. Well, actually, maybe it would be more efficient to just try and finish it off.
Sure, I mean, do you remember how many hit points of damage you had to deal to get it to bloody?
No.
It was like 20.
No. No.
Yeah, I'm going to try and pull it. Yeah, I'm going to try and pull it back.
Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, so it's going to be contested your athletics or your acrobatics versus its athletics. No, it's your athletics versus its athletics or acrobatics. I always get that the wrong way around. It's going to use athletics.
Okay, so that's just going to be a raw strength roll. That's just a +3, which is much better than I'd have as tiefling. So that's 15.
Yep, you beat him. He rolled a natural 2. See, you've grappled the Lord of Rotten Ruin. I'm going to move you one step closer, so you've used 5 feet of your movement because you've got to get in there, obviously. Unless you've got reach, I don't know. But yeah.
Giant hyena's reach is... Well, it doesn't say anything about reach, so I'd assume not.
Yeah, it won't have reach then. It's usually on the attacks it has. Okay, so yeah, you jump in, grab it by the mouth, and it is stuck there now. Like you've got control. You do still have a bit of movement. You can like pull it if you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to start pulling it then.
Okay. Where do you want to position it? So obviously it's effectively difficult terrain for you, but position it wherever you want.
Okay, so I just want to sort of pull it so it's just stuck, squeezed a bit, just to make it easier for everyone to hit. But I want to just try and hold it in place and stop it carrying Vanston away.
Okay, sure. You'll be able to do that. I will say you can't do the bite attack while grappling it. You're going to have to relinquish the grapple to do a bite, basically.
Yep, but until then, it's...
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone else's go.
Vanston, you are stuck inside of a shambling creature of vines and nonsense, right?
I would simply prefer not to be.
It's fine, Nick. We know it's a shambling mound.
It isn't, actually. That's the fun
not
part.
quite, but we know it's based on one.
Of sorts, yeah. It is an actual stat block from a book, but it is not a shambling mound.
No.
So, yeah, while you're engulfed in there, you can attempt to break free. You will need to use an athletics check.
Sure.
Yeah. You're going to have to use an athletics check to get out.
Okay. I'm going to pitch...
oh, no, you can do acrobatics if you want. Sorry. If you do acrobatics, it would be a disadvantage because restrained does that to you.
Okay, it does not make a difference numerically to me either way, so I guess it's athletics if... Which one is it, sorry?
It would be athletics.
Right, athletics, lovely. Can I pitch that I might be able to do this with advantage since it is currently grappled by Tattle?
No.
Okay, well, I tried.
Grapple doesn't usually apply anything like restrained or something. It's only this thing's grapple that does that.
That's fine. So
worth a go,
straight
though.
D20.
Yeah. 2. No luck. You are still stuck inside, blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. You don't take any damage until the end of your turn. So yeah, we go over. Yeah. Oh, sorry, not to the end of your turn. To the start of the Lord of Rotten Ruins' turn.
Cool.
So you got a bit of time. We go over to Amity.
It's not rolling at attacks on Vanston, is it? It's so I'm going to have a round of death saves at the very least. I know Vanston was low. I've used my spell slots. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the chance of massive damage, of course, but
yes, I am going to. I just want to do damage every round as much as I can. Run up to it, swords out, and slash at it twice.
Okay.
First one is an 18.
18 will hit, yeah. And don't forget you've got advantage on these if you need to.
Wait, I do or I don't?
You do. You have advantage.
Oh, awesome. I'll do it again just in case I get a 20. I did not. I rolled horrendously. Okay, so D6 plus a D4. Oh, wow, okay. So that's 3 plus 2 is 5 piercing.
Okay. Very nice.
And then bonus action.
Yep.
Oh no. 9.
Oh, that's not going to work, I'm afraid. No.
That's me.
It's so woody. Pyoda's going to have one more go with Inflict Wounds, and as Andres has pointed out in the chat, it's actually a touch spell, so this might be why it's not working.
He's
There
just
we
trying
go.
to project.
Yeah, he's just like shoving his hands forward, like, wounds! No luck. Let's try it again. Inflict Wounds. Oh,
Have you ever seen a giant hyena
No.
roll their eyes at someone?
wait, what's
Because
his plus?
Pyo-
Oh, yeah, no, that hits. That just hits. That just hits. Oh, it would have advantage as well, so there's always the... No, yeah. So that just hits. It deals 3d10, doesn't it? Yeah, 3d10. Good lord. Cleric spells, I tell you, they are nonsense. Okay.
As long as it doesn't heal it. Wait, do undead work that way in 5th edition? I keep forgetting.
No, they're just
22
immune.
points of necrotic damage, which the shambling mound appears to absorb and regain.
Oh no.
Piri looks at his hands and goes, but... Oh
I
no.
regret asking you if you're magic.
We should have just killed that guy.
Yep. The Lord of Rotten Ruin is going to... First of all, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, DC 14, from Vanston.
I have not passed.
Okay. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's almost too much damage. What is the massive damage rule?
It's if you take your max HP again after hitting 0.
Wow.
In one turn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm at 0 then.
Okay, so it ejects you
Oh.
onto the ground because its primary target is finally here, performing
hi
for
there.
you. It's Amity, who is going to get 2 hits because ejecting a grapple is free. Okay, the old Slim Slam. Wow, those are bad. 17 and 18. Oh no, disadvantage. Hold on. So 17 for one of them. And then let's try the next one. That's much worse. 9 for the second one. So the first one hits. So you're not getting engulfed because it's not hit you with both. So let's try. That's 12 points of bludgeoning damage to Amity.
Okay.
But it's not able to engulf you, which is what it really wanted.
Glad I healed up some max.
Yeah. It hasn't broken the grapple either, though, Tattle, so you are still grappled on to the Lord of Rotten Ruin. What's the plan?
Okay.
Anson's gone down. Hit the dirt.
Okay. Let me think. I only get one bonus. Yeah, it's a bonus action to turn back, so I can't cast spells and then turn back. I'm very low very low health.
Oh, that spell could work. Oh, your Shield of Faith has dropped as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay, I like the sound of this.
Okay, so I'm going to release the grapple,
Well,
and I'm going to move backwards.
Oh, it's going to attack you. Disadvantage,
now.
admittedly. Yeah, pretty sure it is. Okay, that's 12. So,
Oh. Yeah, that's at exactly my AC
okay.
as a giant hyena.
It deals 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait.
Are you trying to work out a way to get a free turn back
Yes.
by just taking the damage? Smart. Okay.
Okay, I'm literally. That was maybe not the best idea, but I'm down to my last hit point.
Well, you've retreated.
I'm a tiefling again.
Oh wow, you're down to your last hit point and you're back to normal size. Okay.
Don't worry. I've got a plan. I have a plan. And I'm going to execute it as soon as I've scrolled back down to my spells to check the details. Okay, so I cast Healing Word, which helpfully has a range of 60 feet on Vanston.
Okay.
So that is 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability. That's my d4 on. So, Vanston, you're back up with 7 hit points.
Oh, no way. Nice.
And I once again, as a bonus action, am a giant hyena.
Nice. Okay.
With all my hit points back, thank you.
And you're back for round 2.
Yep, and I'm getting you back into melee range.
Okay. Do you still have your action? No, because your action would have been the spellcast. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Vanston, over to you. You're back up.
Cool. I don't want to be in melee with this thing currently. So
You can disengage to get out.
It uses reaction to hit Tattle.
What?
It has used its reaction to hit Tattle. That's a bloody good point. That means you can actually just walk freely without taking an attack of opportunity.
Just walk out.
Yeah, just leave. Just hit the bricks, yeah.
I'm going to do that. And from over here, going to blast it.
Nice. That's worked well. Yeah. Sacred Flame, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Make that save at disadvantage. We'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's shit. That's a 2.
6 radiant.
Okay, turning into 12 radiant. Very nice. Then we go to Amity.
Okay. I am also going to run away because it appears to really, really not like me. So I'm just going to just hopping over these as far as I can up to this corner. I'm hoping Tattle is enough for that gap, and I'm going to longbow it.
Okay, yeah. Is that enough of a gap? I'm giving it half cover. That's
okay.
That's a tight shot. I'm giving it half cover.
Imp could make it.
Imp
Not so sure about
probably
Amity. Imp has +5 though. Well, +7 because of proficiency. Anyway, 16.
That hits. No, it doesn't. I forgot about the cover. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
I lied
okay,
to
in
you.
which case, that's me.
Okay, we go to Piotr, who looks at everyone, looks at Vanston having gone down. It's like, okay. Inflict wounds is out of. Okay, got it. Holds up his silver dagger and cuts it into his palm. Draws a drop of blood that turns black against the blade.
Man, this guy's on the wrong side.
And says, flee. Now, when that's a fucked up wisdom save. Yeah, that's a 7 on the wisdom save, which is not enough. The Lord of Rotten Ruin is suffering the effects of the spell Command.
Ooh,
that's good.
It is now the Lord of Rotten Ruin's go. The Lord of Rotten Ruin is leaving.
I'll have my
yes, you
attack
will.
Opportunity, please.
With advantage, of course. Piotr will do one as well, actually, I think. Actually, ooh, hang on. Let me just double check. Command. Does attacking it drop it?
I don't believe so. It's...
Nope, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, so yeah,
Hey.
roll the attack and I'll roll one for Piotr with the dagger.
That's 22 to hit.
That's shite for Piotr. 22 hits, though. Piotr goes with the dagger and just gets more wood, unfortunately.
Yeah, I knew the guy who did that.
God damn it, Bray.
And that's 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage, very nice. You're cutting away at it. You're hacking away at it. It's then going to continue moving. It's going to dash. Wow. Yeah, of course, because it's got 2 movement modes. Okay. And it rushes off. And we are going to pause this here, because it's now almost 11 o'clock. You still have most of a dungeon to look at, and the Lord of Rotten Ruin knows where you are. But for now, you might be safe, because Piotr's convinced it to run away, or at least for 6 seconds. So you have a bit of time. Just before we end, to answer Ben's question, Tattle has just done an attack of opportunity. So yes, she does. But yeah, very, very well played. When I said this is something that party wiped my party, I mean it. There were 3 of us at 2nd level, and it party wiped us 4 times because we kept we figured, we'll try it again and see if we can do it with a different strategy. 4 times. So I'm very pleased with how this has gone. Piotr's stronger than I thought as well. Jesus. Like, wow.
I mean, in the worst way possible.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you'll have to fight him, but he's not stronger than the Lord of Rotten Ruin, though. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're using up his spell slots.
I was going to say, by then he'll be out of spell slots.
That's it. I am noting down. Yeah, the abhorrence is a once per day thing, so I am noting down that all these things are gone. So you're whittling them down, but you are losing your own spell slots as well.
Yeah.
I made a ton of checks in that fight and forgot about Borans completely. Does Borans affect that stuff?
I totally forgot. It's meant to be at the start of your round when you're in combat every time. Yeah. We'll just tie it over until the next set of checks, and fine. I'll remember it next time. I completely forgot as well. I did a full session where this was going out for like everyone, and that's when it was easier because it was like everyone's getting this status effect. But yeah, thank you all for playing. I had a lot of fun there. I was really impressed with how you handled the curse of the Varguils as well. That was lovely. And yeah, this has not gone the way I thought this would go, and I love that when that happens in a session. That's great. I assumed you were going to clear like room, and then finally face the Lord of Rotten, but nope. Abhorrence immediately. It'll do that to you. It'll do that to you. But yeah, I'm gonna go and hit the outro screen. And you won't be audible then. So before I go, do any of you want to say goodbye to the lovely people in chat?
Bye.
Bye, chat.
Jesus Christ, Enders, I've just seen that you've renamed yourself to Piss Lawyer. Anyway. Good night, chat. I'll see you all tomorrow on Twitch, unusually, for the Guild of Icons main game is coming back. In this one, it is going to be Andres Bree and Pixel playing their characters who are trying to revive a set of interns that Gargoyle killed without ever rolling an attack roll or even really actually having played D&D at that point in the game.
Yeah, so a very nice way to put it.
It's going to be fun. Well, I mean, Gargoyle hadn't actually joined the game when these characters died.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Gargoyle did nothing wrong.
Yeah, true. It was all Grounded's fault who was there in combat with them. Right.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I cut you off just as you were trying to justify yourself. Go on. I won't deplatform you like that.
I was on their side.
Yeah, it's true. You were. All right. Good night, all. Okay, let us go to the outro screen and say goodnight to you all because it's getting late and I've got work tomorrow. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. I think this has been a really fun session, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this completes. A huge thank you to the people who've sponsored this and all the other things I do. Their names will be coming up on the left in a second. Lovely, 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 lovely people. Eventually, I mean, timing's hard, so it's not a second. It's like 25 seconds. Who knows? And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Hopefully tomorrow on twitch.tv/Cursedness. Good night.